And welcome, race fans, to another event here held by CRN, the annual Coke 300 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is 1.45-mile track for a few laps out here tonight, but a nice cool temperature outside, 68 degrees, 77-degree track temperature, so it's going to be a good one here. Right now I have 23 cars out there, still waiting for a few of the drivers to register to get on in up here. I think we have on the docket, it should be close to 30 here tonight, but this is an event that is put together by my co-host tonight. It's going to be Joe Sullivan, so thanks to Joe for putting this all together, getting the drivers to register and put on yet another great event that will get some prizes out there for everybody here tonight. And we will let Joe go over those when he gets in here. But right now, I'll go ahead and bring us down to the track, kind of show you where everybody's kind of sitting at the moment here with their best time so far. But looks like Kale Spicer with a 31.015 on top of the boards right now for practice, followed by Aaron Smith, and then Jacob Samantha, or Jake, I'm sorry, but I'm going to end up butchering your name, but I think it's Smitana. And then it's Kevin West, Grady Gherkin, Tal Owen, Justin Kirby, Justin Pearson, Brett Kirby, Christopher Hamilton, Jeff Byers, Seth Andrews, Justin Burns, Tyler Bramble, David Pichow, I guess that's how you say it, Charles Gettings, Joshua McHaley, Larry Johnson, Gary Freeman, Zachary Korn, and AJ Stevens, and Don and Jordan out there as well. So right now, like I said, we have 23 cars here tonight, and they are in the classic 87s. So I think last time we ran here, we didn't have the addition of the new car. We now have 4 different 87 models out there. We've got the Ford Thunderbird, the Chevy, and then the Buick, and now the Pontiac is out there as well. So there's a few drivers out there. Go down here and get a nice look at what that car looks like. So go down here. I go down here to the yeah, there we go, right there, nice little Pontiac there, that 001 paint job there, TikTok for Trailer Park Dude. So it's gonna be a spicy one here tonight, that's for sure. It was a real good one last season, or last year I should say, and I believe it was, don't get me wrong on this, but I think it was either Justin Kirby or Brent Kirby I think walked away as the winner here.
Tommy Ryan was last year's.
Tommy Ryan, there we go. Not in attendance as of right now, so I don't know if he's joining us tonight or not.
Tommy Ryan did not sign up. He won last year. As per usual, Christopher Hamilton was second, and Aaron Smith was third. That was your top 3 from last year.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about Chris today, and it was Dave Tilford pointing out the fact that Chris would finish second last year, and he did. So Chris has been known as the bridesmaid for many things, and I think he gets frustrated by it sometimes, but he does have his fair share of wins and is a very good contender of possibly winning here again tonight.
Well, I'm sure Chris will not be too disappointed with the second place finish tonight, because second place is going to be bringing home $170. And just going to go through the payouts here real quick. First place is going to be $270 here tonight. Second, as I mentioned, is going to be $170. Third, $120. Fourth is going to be $100, and then fifth is going to be $70. And we are also going to be giving away $25 for the best paint scheme. So you guys that are watching right now, go ahead and as we're showing these cars throughout the race, and at some point in the second half of the race, we're going to go ahead and choose a winner for the best paint scheme of the race. So make sure you comment and tell us which one you like, because you guys are going to be deciding who gets that $25 here tonight with the best paint scheme here tonight in these 87 legends here at Charlotte. And also we got a couple more prizes that we got some a couple good sponsors come on board for this race. 40racewear.com. They're going to be giving away a pair of gloves here for these guys tonight to see who starts. It's the hard charger, I guess you could say. Whoever starts in the back and works their way up to the front and gains the most positions here tonight, and finishes the race. There's a couple stipulations there, but And then for our top 3 here tonight, not only will they be winning some money, but they will be getting 50% off on a custom paint scheme from AMR Paintworks. So thank him for coming on board and doing that for us. And also 40 Racewear for giving away those gloves here for these guys here tonight. But for one guy, whoever that may be. And then also my wife Skyla Sullivan for sponsoring the broadcast here for tonight and making sure everything's done and all that's paid so that all the entry fees can go to these guys and you know get all the money back to them so we can have a good turnout here tonight and some good racing. And Jimmy, I'm excited. This is one of my favorite races growing up, you know, watching the 87s back in the day, even in the 90s or whatever. But this race always loved it because of the fact that we start here in the daytime and then it runs into the night. Like you don't get too many races like that on the NASCAR circuit, and I think that's one of the things that I like about it because there's so many changing elements of the race here, and just excited how this race is going to transition from the daytime to the nighttime. Even though it's pretty chilly out there right now for this track and this temperature, so it's going to get even chillier as the night goes on.
Yeah, it's always good to have a little cooler track. It'll help with that tire wear, and these drivers are going to be on full tanks of fuel, so definitely going to need it to stay out there because a lot of these races that these drivers attend through iRacing end up being shorter or not quite as long. So they're going to have to manage not only getting around the track, but tire wear, fuel saving, all kinds of strategy going on tonight. Before we get any farther here, they're in the middle of qualifying right now. Kevin Weston finally getting a lap in there with a 31.060. I'm going to give a shout out to the streamers out there. I'm going to go ahead and put them up on the screen right now so you can see who's out there. So Zachary Korn out there with the ICW Gaming. AJ Stevens out there with Stevens Motorsports. JD McKaylee out there on YouTube as well, and then Jeff Byers over there on TikTok. So there's I'll leave this up here just a moment here, so if you guys want to scan those codes, you can go check them out and see those drivers on their streams and what they're putting out live. So it's always good to have other fellow streamers out there putting on good shows for everybody and whatnot. So I'm just going to give them a shout out because it's not always an easy task to put yourself out there and entertain people that you might not know, and especially for a small niche community like iRacing. But those will be your streamers out there tonight, so I just want to give them a shout out right from the rip. So if you're interested in seeing who's actually how they're driving from first hand, you can do so. So go check them out.
It's kind of a cool thing because I mean, how they're racing is their point of view. So it's kind of like how NASCAR is, where you can go in and watch the race car drivers from their point of view on the certain cams and cameras that they have, and just for our viewers here at CRN, you can go and watch them for a little bit and just see how they're doing in a race or how their stream is going and all that, and go say hi to them and show them a little bit of support and just trying to make this kind of a group activity for everybody, and sharing communities and just having a good time and these cars that we the 87s is a weird car to drive, but for some people we love it. For me, it's my favorite car on here, and I know for a lot of these guys who are here tonight, it's their favorite car too. So it's a blast. I love this car so much. It's so hard to drive, but once you get a knack for it, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it definitely takes a little bit of a knack. It's always changes through the years, and it's changed the way it drives. Some people say it's a little bit easier than it used to be. Some say it's a little harder. And anyway, there's a lot of body roll on these cars. They're fast, and they will eat up some tires. So I'm going to be really watching these drivers tonight to see kind of how they get around here tonight. I did get a chance to get out there and get a few laps in, just to kind of get a feel to maybe when they'll think about their pit stops. We're going to be doing 200 laps here tonight, and I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to be at least stopping twice for at least fuel. So if they can manage to make their tires last the amount of laps that they can go tonight, it's going to be rewarding, I guess. And I know there's some drivers out there that can really do it, but you're going to probably see those drivers kind of maybe not be as fast from the get-go, but we know how competitive iRacing drivers can be, and here at Charlotte, we've seen some doozies and some great finishes. So right now we're about halfway through qualifying. Right now, Aaron Smith on top over Kale, and Kevin West, Grady Gherkin, Tyler Bramble, Justin Burns, Seth Andrews, Jeff Byers, Brent Kirby, Christopher Hamilton for your top 10 so far. Then AJ Stevens, Josh McKaylee, Charles Getting, Larry Johnson, Justin Pearson, and Zachary Korn right now for 16 of the 20 plus drivers out there. Still have time to get out there. Now, being that this is Charlotte, Joe, is this a track that you like to start from the back, or do you like to qualify and try to run up front as long as possible?
Well, with this type of situation, I would be more comfortable in the back, just because with the track temperature and everything, I'm not as skilled as some of these guys on cold tires. So I'd like to be able to just sit in the back and then just get a little bit of temp in these things, and then methodically try to work my way up through there and kind of see where it lands. But some of these guys are, there's some pretty high I rating in here and some very skilled drivers, and they know how to operate these things on those cold tires. So it'll be interesting to see how once we get the whole pack out there and start this race up, how everything unfolds and these guys with these cold tires and getting them up to temperature and seeing how they react around other cars, because I know a lot of guys were having some trouble in practice there with the cold temps and trying to get the tires up to temp, and then as the race goes on here, the tires go on, it gets loose, and these guys gonna have a lot of throttle control here tonight.
It seems to be a key factor to a lot of races I've been at, Joe. That throttle control, can they master when to get off the throttle, and basically you get a good run and you might get your entry right, but if you're too fast, the nose will push out to the wall, and we might see it tonight, we might not, and it'd be interesting to see if these drivers can keep this car under control, and with a little bit of some duckies on the line there, some rewards at the end for like cleanest race, biggest mover, all kinds of other things. There might be somebody out there thinking, maybe I'll start in the back and get that prize. But yeah, I see out there Mechanic Joe and Dark Lord. If you guys have a favorite paint, I'm going to try to keep going through them as much as possible and using the close-up camera. So please vote there. You can just put it in there in the chat, and I'll let Joe know if he's not watching, so we can keep a tally rate on the who's got what out there. But right now, there's some pretty good paints out there. But qualifying is about coming to the end. I don't think anybody's out there. There's Tal. He's on the track right now. Let's see if I can grab him real quick. He is in the 09. In fact, I should probably put car number up here.
Yeah, I wonder if he's actually going to put a lap in here, or if he's just getting a little bit extra practice in here. I wonder if he's wanting to start from the back and then try to get that 4D Raceway Hard Charger of the Race Award and get those gloves.
Yeah, I'm not one that has used gloves, but here they're a great accessory for some of the equipment that some of the drivers get out there. You see a little bit of drift through 3 and 4 for that 09, so might cancel that lap, but stay out there. They do get a couple more minutes. They have a little bit about a minute and a half to get out there and still put in some time. But 21 of the 24 drivers, so it looks like James Carman has joined in here, and we'll be able to see James out there. It's been a while since I've seen James Carman out on track.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to show, because he was at the practice here earlier today, and he just got in here last minute. So glad to see him make it up in here and see what he can do. He's one of them veteran 87 drivers you see in the officials, and he was in this event last year. We've got quite a few new guys here from last year. We've got about the same entry list number. I think we had 28 cars last year, and this year we're coming in with 30 entries. It looks like only 24 are going to be here for the race.
Yeah, we've been planning for this for a while now, and obviously with conflict, we even had thoughts of possibly doing it next weekend, but iRacing holds a special events, and a lot of the drivers partake in those special events, and they'll be out there doing a 24-hour race at Nürburgring. So it's a very, very difficult track, and to round that track up for 24 hours is going to be a task of its own. And I think it's going to be almost a tall task here tonight to run a 200 green flag laps around here at Charlotte. And it's a staple to iRacing. This is one of the free tracks out there, so a lot of new people that come out, they get a chance to run here, and it's a very fast track, and you can walk away on your own, but the draft can help a little bit. So it's not quite like a super speedway where they can just put pedal to the metal, and the smallest mistake will cost a lot of people that chance. So a little more skill, I think, involved here with hitting the markers and getting this car around here tonight there, Joe.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Charlotte has 2 versions on here, and this is the new version. Last year we raced on the old version, and I think this year we wanted to try and try to switch it up and go with the new track and see how she panned out, and if it's something that the drivers like, and we get some good feedback from them, and maybe something that sticks, or maybe we just go back and forth, year after year, and just kind of give some love to both tracks, because the 87s race on the old track. I mean, they didn't, because this was updated in 2018, so they never raced on here. But it's something that we'll probably go back and forth from. And yeah, it was hard to get this thing scheduled because there were so many dates with filling up with so many other events with iRacing, and actually Memorial Day weekend coming and all that. So it was it's a little bit early for Memorial Day weekend because that's usually when the Coke 600s ran. So, but we're able to get it in here and get these guys a nice little broadcasted race, and give away a little bit of money for these guys, and hopefully they put on a good show for the viewers out there.
Definitely be able to use that money and get out there and celebrate that holiday weekend. But let's go down the qualifying results here tonight. And on the front row will be Aaron Smith with Cale Spicer, then Kevin West and Jacob Smetana, then Grady Gherkin and Justin Kirby in row number 3, Peter Smetana and Tyler Bramble back there in row number 4, Justin Burns, Seth Andrews back in row number 5, Tal Owen and Jeff Byers in row number 6. Row number 7 is going to be Brick Kirby and Christopher Hamilton. Row number 8 will be AJ Stevens, Joshua McHaley. Row number 9, Charles Gettings with Larry Johnson. And we do have a few more drivers to round up our evening here tonight. So we're going to be on row number 10 will be Justin Pearson with Zachary Korn, David Pachow, and James Carmen back there in row number 11. And our last driver here tonight will be Don Jordan back there. But the last 2 drivers not putting times in. So James Carmen, Don Jordan, you're going to have to see what those 2 drivers have for the rest of the field, as they will have to come from the back.
Yeah, James Carmen and Don Jordan, they're going to be starting shotgun on the field, but that gives them a good chance to get that hard charger of the race award. So, maybe strategy, or maybe just wanting them to stay in the back and see how this thing plays out for the first couple laps. See how these boys react with the double file and 20-some cars on track and low temps, cold tires.
The lights up on the pace car as they enter into turn numbers 3 and 4, and you'll see the pace car peel off, and then we will get racing here as Barney will be giving the command, waving the green flag to get these drivers underway.
You got to pick this year, Jimmy. I know you picked Tommy Ryan last year, and you were spot on with that one. You got to pick this year.
Tommy Ryan is by far probably, I'm always impressed on the way that Tommy drives. We follow him over there at UCRL, and right now they're running the Xfinity Series. So trying to do himself the best he can to get some great finishes. But here we are right now as Aaron Smith will lead the fields down through 1 and 2, down to the backstretch, as he is out front over Cale Spicer, Kevin West, Grady Gherkin, and Jacob Smetana.
Cale Spicer going back down the inside here in turn 3. He's going to try to lead lap number 1 here. in the CRN Coke 300, and he's going to do it. Kevin West coming right behind him. Aaron Smith's going to get shuffled back here to third, possibly fourth. No, Grady takes a conservative line there and backs off and lets him have the inside.
So the top four in single file, then move back to the rest of the field. You can see them fighting for position early on here right now. You got that Justin Kirby on number 58 looking to go down to the inside to take away Pete at number 5. And then back there to Tyler Bramble in the number 39 Buick, bouncing back and forth as they are too wide. A lot of good drivers throughout the whole field, and this is going to be a good one. Obviously, they're starting to single out just a little bit, but still, got a car go silent. It's a 15. The 64 down low. Ooh, get back there.
You saved it. Oh, he saved it.
They both saved it, so a little bit of luck there, bad luck there between the two, but good on both of those drivers for saving that. Is that almost, it could have been a race-ending incident? And Joe, I'm not quite sure here tonight. Do the drivers have any freebie, I guess we'd call it, one of them good old fast repairs for their mechanics?
Yes, they do. They'll have one fast repair here tonight, and also 5 tires to change in the pits. So plenty of tires here tonight for these guys. Plenty of fuel. They got 100% fuel, so we can make these long green flag runs and try to stretch their legs out here and see who can manage these tires the best, manage the traffic. As these guys are they're racing pretty hard so far.
Single file still up front from 1 through 5, actually back a little bit farther as well, as you can tell all the way back here. We kind of go back to the field. We do have one vote for the, it says the Dark Lord. Do you mean Wrangler car, or is there a actual Wanger car out there?
It's that the one, the 95 who just got loose there. He
was it Justin Burns?
Yeah, Justin Burns. It's like the Wrangler car, but it's a Wanger car.
Oh, Wanger car. So we got one vote for the Wanger car. There we go. Love it. Hey, nothing like being simple, man. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Last year, Simple won it.
It sure
Last
did.
year, Mike Moultrie with the Ford Thunderbird.
Yes, it did. That was a classic paint job that just caught my eye, and it was really cool to kind of see it out there. But single file right now, pretty much the whole field trying to kind of go back and just see everybody just going along here early. I mean, it's a long race, Joe. I mean, they're on lap 7 of 200, and the laps can go by quickly, but there's a lot for these drivers to do in that amount of time.
Yeah, as we had one car in the pits already, Seth Andrews. I didn't see what happened to him. I didn't know if he got involved in that accident or what. But I don't see anything on here. I'm not sure exactly what happened to him.
Yeah, let's see if I can get back what happened to Brent Kirby. See something with Seth Andrews. Right about.
He's back on track of just 2 laps down. So if we do get a caution, he will be able to get a lucky dog.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back here right now and just play it through, kind of see what happened to that number 71. Looks like he went down below the apron a little bit.
Oh, yeah, they got that loose.
Yeah, it's loose, and
it was a yep.
And that's
an early pit.
That was kind of a bump to the bumper down into the pits. So he's got the drive-through. Probably got a black flag for a not so good unsafe pit entry. But 71, tough call there as he was starting to get loose. We'll go back live though, and back up front with Cale Spicer out front. That number 66 machine, and then Grady Gherkin moves into P number 2. Aaron Smith is in 3rd place with Kevin West in 4th, and then Justin Kirby sitting back there in P number 5.
Yeah, these top 5 has gotten a gap on the rest of the field here. So you got your top 5 out there, then kind of a 2-pack, 1-pack. You got Jeff Byers there in 8th. He's one of our streamers. He's streaming over on TikTok right now.
Everybody else seems to be in single file as of right now. Trying to see what's going on. Looks like the 64 Christopher Hamilton making a look there on Zachary Korn, another one of the streamers, I believe. Back there at P number 16. So right now, biggest mover tied with a few drivers. Charles Kettings up 5, Larry Johnson up 5, Justin Pearson up 5, Zachary Corn up 5 positions. So we will be looking to keep our eye on some of those drivers.
Looks like Tyler Bramble must have had a moment there too, because he's all the way back there in 18th now. He was up there right around 5th. I wonder if he got loose as well and had to gather it and lost a couple spots.
Yeah, and that would have happened back on, it looks like.
I wouldn't have showed up because he didn't get any kind of.
Yeah, no, right here. Boom. This would be Tyler Bramble. Yep. We can play this real quick to see what happened with Tyler. This is where he.
Yeah. Got on the paint.
Yeah, got on the paint, sent the rear end sideways. Was able to save the 39, but just going to lose some positions, make them tires angry, and it's one thing. It's one thing about these cars, Joe, though, is it does take a lap or two to get those tires cooled back down in order to progress, start moving that car forward without being all over the place. So hopefully Tyler Bramble can gather that thing back together and make his way forward. But back up front, Aaron Smith, picking up where he left off when he was running with Core, it was still out front. So Aaron loves the traditional yellow paint job on any car that he runs. And we talk about some of these paint jobs being simple. It don't get any more simpler than that.
Yeah, he loves yellow like I love orange. Orange is my color, and just about every car that I have, there's orange on there somewhere. Unless it's like a Chiefs-inspired, paint scheme like I run on the Xfinity series. But yeah, if you see a yellow car, it's pretty much guaranteed it's gonna be Aaron Smith out there.
So at number 25, Peters, Smetana looking to get under the Jeff Byers there. Can't quite make it happen, but they are side by side as they cross the start-finish line, heading down into turn number 1.
Got some good clean racing so far. There's a couple guys had some moments here, but looks like guys are giving each other a bunch of room here. And a lot of these guys haven't raced with each other, haven't raced with this combo, so a lot of feeling out, because you want to ride around for a little while and see how everybody's driving, kind of get a feel for them. And not only that, but you're fighting your own car, trying to get it to handle like you want it to, and kind of see where your tires are at.
Yeah, I think you're going to see when these tires really start falling off. We're on lap 16 at 200, guessing right around about the 90 lap mark. So they might be, for as far as fuel go, they might be able to make it about 95 laps. Can they save 5 laps of fuel in a full tank? I do not know. Do they want to stay out there that long on some used tires? I do not know.
That's the one thing that I wondered. It's like, yeah, they could probably go 95 laps, but I don't know if their tires want to go 95 laps.
So I'm guessing at least a 2 pit stop.
Oh, we got some movement at the front of the field here.
Got 0-1 of Kevin West taking the lead over Justin Kirby, and Aaron Smith's going to fall to P number 3, and Cale Spicer back to 4th. Jacob Smetana creeping in here as these front 4 are battling, and that's the only thing. It's one thing that you can do for oval racing is when you start seeing them racing side by side, you start licking your chops, hoping that somebody messes up, somebody makes a mistake, and then you can kind of catch up and pick up them spots nice and easily. But they didn't make too many mistakes. They got their passes clean and done quickly, but that still gave Jacob enough time to get that number 19 in that to the tail end, right there behind Cale.
Yeah, I wonder what happened with Cale there, because he was up front. I wonder if he had a little bit of a loose moment, and then these guys got to shuffle underneath him. But Kevin West, he's up front leading this thing. The trailer park dude on TikTok. And you obviously do the UCRL guys, and Grady Gherkin, he's one that's always up front too, and he finds a way to get up there and put his name in the hat.
Yeah, a lot of any of the UCRL drivers I'm definitely familiar with. I watch them every Tuesday night. They have a great group of guys over there. And Joe, if you're a driver and you're free late Tuesday nights, they do start a little bit later, but that's just so that they can let their everybody throughout the U.S. or anybody can go over there and race, but it makes it a little easier for everybody to be able to race. And the guys on the East Coast, they can get their children in bed and whatnot, and be able to enjoy a little bit of relaxation time. But the way they race over there, man. It's just a great community. It's clean racing. I think it's been the past 2 races they've gone like start to finish, green to checker, just time and time again, and it's just I don't know. Some of the best racing I've seen on iRacing is over there at UCRL, but pretty much a lot of the leagues that we that support CRN and we support them and give them a great broadcast is a lot of great racing. Every now and then, it happens with any league and any track. It can be any track. You'll have to be plagued with maybe some unnecessary cautions, but that just comes from people's competitive edge and just out here. This is something that a lot of drivers out here, it's a hobby, and you might have some semi-professional people, or you might have some professional people out here, and they use this tool to learn the tracks and just get a little seat time and overall just have some fun. And it's not going to cost you any money except the money that you invested inside your software and equipment that you can sit in the safety of your home. So you don't need NASCAR officials or anybody like that out there to run a race. But got some side-by-side action up there. It looks like take a look here with got Charles Giddings and AJ Stevens battling up here. Put up the I don't know why it keeps going down. I have the driver details. They keep falling off on there. There's AJ Stevens in that black and green car there. I'll go ahead and get a close-up shot of him.
Yeah, that's AJ's patented colors and paint scheme there. The old black and green.
Yeah, so Stevens Motorsports, number 31. Almost looks like like a throwback to like maybe the Joker there a little bit, but I can see, I think on the back right side, I see a Navy and Marine. I would guess maybe some of the other service badges back there on those on that left rear fender.
Yeah, it looks like he's got them both on both sides there, on the right and left rear quarter panels there.
Great racing so far. Ben Green for 25 of the 200 laps right now. Kevin West is out front in that Pontiac, in that TikTok machine, seam colored and everything. Followed by Cale Spicer, Justin Kirby, Jacob Smetana. Aaron Smith falls back to P at number 5. Then you have another group of both Grady Gherkin, Peter Smetana, Brent Kirby. Another one of the UCRL drivers.
This field's kind of getting stretched out a little bit, but everybody's staying, within earshot here. So you got the top 10s kind of got themselves separated from everybody else, but we'll see how if this goes real long. See how these. Let's see if these front guys are burning their stuff up, or if they're just the guys in the back are just holding back, a little too much. Because we've dropped pace probably about a second, 1.3 from the fastest times of the race here. So we've already dropped the pace here a little bit.
Yeah, looking at best laps right around 31.79, and their last laps are right around the 33 seconds. So we're at 27 laps now, Joe. So those tires sitting behind the wall are already worth almost 2 seconds. So, it's got to be going through some of these drivers' minds, like start thinking about how they want to take tires. You see a little bit of people getting close to that wall. They're coming down the front stretch. There's a little bit of puff of smoke going on. But you have to think, what's going through their minds right now. Oh, I got to take it off best time. Let me put it on here. There we go. You can kind of see where everybody's at. And then just temporarily. But yeah, 24 drivers out there, all 23 drivers still in the lead lap. Seth Andrews, obviously, he came in early, but only one lap down as of right now, and anything can happen. The slightest caution come out, he could be the driver to get the lucky dog, be right back in it. So he's just got to be patient. And a lot of these drivers, actually, Joe, are being patient. I mean, we're seeing swaps right now. You see Cale Spicer back out front over Kevin West, Jacob Smithana, and then Justin Curry back there, P4. They're just taking their time. I mean, if somebody's got the run, they let them have it. They fall back in line. Nobody's really pushing the issue. They know they have 200 laps. I think things will change once we start maybe have like 20 to go or 30 to go. But these drivers know right now the best thing that they can do, as long as the driver in front of them really isn't that much faster, is just to stay in line and let this race kind of play out and see what happens. See if they can pull away, and then when they decide to make challenges on each other, they don't have to worry about them other drivers riding them back bumpers. But right now, that's what we're seeing right now. We got pretty much like a 5-car breakaway, but then you have those 3 cars in 6th, 7th, and 8th looking to kind of creep up on that back bumper of Aaron Smith that's sitting in P number 5. So they're taking their time and they're slowly making their way. And I'm pretty sure if I bring up the last laps here, this lap history here, I'll give you kind of a shot of like what's going on. Roll this here.
Yeah, those 3 cars, they threw out the fishing rod and they're reeling them in.
And you can see all
as the top 5 are just kind of, someone's going to lead for a little bit and then they back off and let somebody else lead for a little bit.
And that has a lot to do with maybe they're trying to draft a little bit, save a little bit of fuel, and maybe it just feels better in the dirty air. But I know a lot of times, just being out front in that clean air, your car does feel really, really well. And you can see we're focused there on Aaron Smith right now, and you can see those last 2 laps he lost a little bit to Brent Kirby. But we'll see this time if he was able to gain back what he lost, and we will see if those numbers go green, and they do. So not by much, but they're back there. So pretty steady all around, and we'll go ahead and back up here as Christopher Smith has been on the move. He's up 3 spots. You've seen him slide early, almost get in a pretty big incident, but ever since then he's been making his way back through the field. And I'm sure Chris is like, no, not again. This is too early for this to happen. But he does have a lot of patience. Christopher Smith, he's been a champion over in the Core Series, and he does know how to, he knows how to win. So I would not call out that number 64 as of yet, as there is plenty of racing here yet tonight.
Yeah, in last year's event, Mr. Hamilton, he had a little bit of a run into and had to come in and get a fast repair late in the race there, and he was still able to come back and get a 2nd place. So, you throw a little bit of adversity to Christopher, and he can still overcome it. There's another one that's coming up through the field there is Mr. Bramble. He was up front and got loose there, and luckily didn't get through pit road like Seth Andrews did, and was able to keep it out of the pit road and keep it going. And now he's working his way back up, as I'm sure he had to let those tires cool down and get them back in here and going and everything. So we'll see where these guys kind of plateau out at lap times, because usually in the 87s, if you do it right and you take care of your tires, they pretty much get to a point, and like let's just say they're running 33s right now. See what 33.5s, 33.4s, and you'll just kind of plateau there. As long as you don't push it and you're running with that pace, you can kind of stay there and steady it, and that's kind of what you're going to have with the tires at that time. So we'll see where that number is for lap times and see who can control it. And this is some clean racing. I mean, we're almost on 40 laps here.
Yeah, definitely clean, and we've had some great passes for different positions. Just right on board a few of the drivers here back here with Charles getting back there in 15th place right now. Looking forward to Justin Lee Pearson and AJ Stevens. They're not too far from us. They cross the start-finish line. So, but everybody doing a great job right now, Joe. Just maybe a few people like Justin Burns back here. He fell back 12 spots, and maybe just he had that slide, so he's got to work that 95 up through the field. So, and I'll give a wave hi there to Miss Weeks Thanks for joining us. Remember, anybody that's out there, make sure if you see a car out there that you like the paint job, let us know so we can kind of keep tally. Because as of right now, the Wanger car in the 95 leading the poll with 1 vote for best paint job.
I like that 5 car. That red chrome is pretty good looking. Mr. Zachary Corn, he's got a nice little paint job on him.
Let's see, Zachary. There it is. We'll go back. We'll zoom in. We'll do the zoom in camera on it. There we go.
I bet that's going to look real good at night. I bet some of these people watching right now, they're just saving their votes till when it gets dark. Because that's really when the paint scheme's going to start popping off here, when these lights come on and those lights start shining off the race car, off the racetrack and everything. And
somebody back there. It takes a lot to build them chrome paints. It's all about being able to manipulate the painting program and get them colors to actually look like a mirror. But back up front and some more action here with the 01 of Kevin West being challenged by the 19. You see the 19 Premier Setups machine with Jacob Smetana. Getting around here at a pretty good clip right now. Currently sitting in P number 3, started in 4th.
I know we talked about this, 4 different cars now in the series with the addition of the Pontiac, and they're all here tonight. We have 2 lone Buicks. That's going to be Tyler Bramble and Joshua McKaylee. But right up front right now, we got Chevy, Pontiac Chevy. Let's see, it was 2 Fords in the top 10. The iRacing says it doesn't make too much of a difference, but to me, I think some of them handle differently on certain tracks. I know this week the official 87s are at Talladega, and from between the Buick and the Chevy, they drive totally different for me. Like, this just maybe in my head or whatever, but to me, they drive somewhat different. And I know it's a little bit different since it's kind of a, it's a super speedway and it's a drafty track, but, still, aero and stuff like that is still going to matter here at a 1.5 mile track at Charlotte. And, that's got to play into the hands here tonight, especially with these cold temps and everything. And then with the air off these other cars, and, you get the quote unquote dirty air and stuff like that. So it's glad to see them all out here and all these paints, and I wanted to give a little bit of love for the paint schemes. I know it's hard. I couldn't even begin to even try to do one. Mine would look like the Wanger car, and that's about as skillful as I got when it comes to the
Wanger cars winning the
Yeah. Well, my car would more look like probably Aaron's with nothing on it, just one single color. That way I wouldn't have just put a number on it and then let's go racing. I'd probably have like duct tape numbers, which I have done before back in the day when I did in real life racing.
If you want to at least add logos to a plain paint scheme, Joe, just hit me up. I'll get with you. I know how to do that part. Hey, wait. Race is about a quarter of the way through as we're on lap 44 of 200 with Cale Spicer out in front and Kevin West in P number 2, Jacob Smetana back there in 3rd, and Justin Kirby's in 4th right now. Peter Smetana back there in P number 5, Aaron Smith in 6th, Brent Kirby. He is leading the next pack with Grady Gherkin there in P number 8. And then a little bit ways back there with Jeff Byers.
Yeah, these leaders are starting to catch a couple lap cars here. Get into who was that? The 22 of Gary Freeman.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, Gary.
Looks like he's going to come down and get some help on that race car.
Yeah, he's about had it with those tires, I'm sure. I mean, they feel pretty. I guess lack of work. They feel horrible after so many laps if you don't treat them right, and it is challenging. And we talked about being able to possibly stay out there for 90 laps. I'm hoping that these drivers are taking care of their tires, that they actually last that long, Joe. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen a blowout on the track.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
We got the 25 there of Peter Smetana, looking the inside there of Justin Kirby. Aaron Smith got his nose in there as well, looking like he's going to take that spot away from the number 58. Some good racing side-by-side action there, back for 4th, 5th, and 6th. And everybody else is kind of spread out all the way back to, let's see, P number 14. So you got some side-by-side action with another group of cars. You got the 31. Excuse me. Make sure I got the right person. The 96, the 31 of AJ Stevens, David Pagel back there, and the number 77, and then Justin Lee Pearson in the 8 car. I see Justin is starting to favor the high side. It's been a while since I've been oval racing, Joe, to be honest. And do you remember running this track and running the higher side here can work? So maybe it's tacked here. You'll see more cars maybe leaning through here shortly, as especially through 3 and 4. It seems to be the better line to get a good run down the front stretch.
Yeah, you can see as the cloud is kind of giving some shades, and the sun going down there in 3 and 4, and pretty much there in turn 1 too. I think ain't much sun on the track except they're out of turn 2 and down the backstretch. So, and as the sun goes down and the lights come on, it'll be interesting to see what these guys do with the racing line. As you know, near the Mr. Pearson's running that high line, that A car, and that's, save a little bit of tire, save a little bit of right rear. See how it works here for him for this long run that we got going on right now. We're 50 laps in.
We are officially past the 1/4 way of the race, and it's been a great one here so far, as the leaders have been just changing it up a little bit. But now the top 3 of Cale Spicer, Jacob Smetana, and Kevin West, looking to hopefully put some space between Peter Smetana and Justin Kirby, Aaron Smith there for your next group of 3. Then you got a 3-second gap back to Brett Kirby. Then you have Jeff Byers, Grady Gherkin, Christopher Hamilton, and then you got another good gap back there to the 09 of Tal Owen, and Tyler Bramble is up to P number 12, so good recovery so far there by the number 39. The 76 of Joshua McHaley back there in 13th. AJ Stevens, Dave Pagel. We got a battle back here. Like James Carmen and Zachary Korn. But James kind of been quiet so far here tonight, and I've seen James up front a few times when I used to watch him when he was running a few more races that I got a chance to view with him in it. So we'll see if that number 28, he might be saving fuel. James has been one to stay out there on some pretty long runs, and maybe he's just taking another angle here, and maybe some of these drivers maybe secretly wanting a caution, as it thing is starting to get spread out just a little bit as the leaders are coming up on some lap traffic.
Yeah, as these guys get more and more spread out, the likeliness for a caution just continues to diminish. But yeah, James Carmen is always one to be on the fuel strategy market. If there's a way you think he can get an advantage some way, he's going to find a way for on the fuel management situation. Like Mr. Kevin Foster, a regular in core, and for me too, I always try to find a way to, save fuel. I won a race in the Xfinity Series last season by saving fuel at Richmond, and if there's a way, if you think you can get an advantage that way, it's something to definitely look at. But that comes with with testing and experience and just seeing what works sometimes. sometimes you got to take a little bit of a gamble.
Yeah, sometimes when you're not the fastest car on the track, you look for any advantage that you can, and you apply it to your race, and whether it's fuel saving, which is probably one of the hardest disciplines in the service, where you want to save fuel, but you want to go fast, and you're like, but if I just save fuel, I can stay out longer, it's gonna last, it's gonna work in the long run, and it's like one of those long con things that you just have to be very persistent with. But I want to give a shout out to Marcus Eduardo out there for joining us here tonight. I appreciate the shout out that you like it. Don't be afraid to like, share, subscribe out there as well. But also make sure vote for your favorite paint scheme. So if you see one out there, try to make sure the cars are up on the bottom. You get a look at them. If you want a closer look at somebody, you can just type in their name, and I'll switch their car and get a couple different angles at it, so you can make the vote. But right now, it is going to be...
Ooh, what a good shot of Zachary Corn's car right there.
Yeah, Justin Burns in the Wanger car is leading the pole. He's almost like a Wrangler, a pro back there, but putting his own spin on it. So, love it.
Looks like we got a vote. Is that a vote for Pearson?
Oh, Pearson, my friend. Yep, looks like, is that a vote for Pearson? I'm going to say, let's see, go to Pearson. We'll go to check out Pearson. Justin Lee Pearson.
iRacers Lounge.
Got a number 5 for the paint from Time.
Marcus is from Brazil.
Nice.
Oh, we got 2 votes for the 5 car. Here we go. And a vote for the 09.
Appreciate the shout outs, ladies and gentlemen, and I appreciate you supporting CRN. We want to do this if people like yourself do not want to watch. We definitely try to share the experience that the drivers have out here as they enjoy their hobby. I know a lot of drivers come back and rewatch these shows to see how we commentate and just to kind of get somebody else's point of view in the race. We get a lot of compliments time and time again, and it's only been a short 2 years since myself, Carl Hanwork, and Dylan McDonald decided to move forward outside of Core Racing League and outreach to other leagues and to support them as well, as we know how hard it was to get reliable broadcasting. So but right now we have a reliable race, and we have the top 2 of Cale Spicer and Jacob Smetana out front, and then Kevin West and Peter Smetana going side by side, or is Kevin by himself?
No, that's Seth Andrews. He's lap down.
Seth Andrews being lap down. I thought it was I'm starting to get excited. But there's Smith back there, P number 5, followed by the number 58 of Justin Kirby. We have a almost 4-second back there to Jeff Byers. Since everybody is kind of in a single file motion here, we'll go ahead and we'll do a little close-up zoom in of the cars for a few seconds. We'll start here with Jeff Byers and we'll work our way back. We'll get back to the leaders. They're not doing anything, they're not going anywhere. There's Jeff Byers in that number 45 machine.
I've raced with Jeff here quite a bit here lately, and he's a pretty good wheelman. He can drive just about anything that iRacing has to offer. And if you haven't check him out. Pretty entertaining broadcast or stream that he has. Pretty cool guy. I mean, he'll help you if you need some help. Answer any questions you got for him, and go give him a shout out.
Move back to the number 57 of Brent Kirby, one of the members of Black Magic Motorsports, supports AMSOIL. He also supports CRN. I've seen plenty of CRN stickers on there. It's Sim Race, I think it was Sim Race 24. I also over there at UCRL, so they got their sponsors over there as well. Max Graphics and Rogue Energy. A lot of these leagues pick up some energy drink sponsors, and they usually got codes that will give you save you a few dollars if you use their affiliate code. I'm back there with Christopher Hamilton, one of our core drivers, big time CRN sponsor. He's always supporting CRN, even when he's at work. I think he works in a video game store, I believe, and he usually puts the races up for himself and his fellow co-workers to watch, and the customers. So it's always a way to reach out. He's out there.
He's battling that thing right now. Oh boy, he's trying to pit. Oh no. Oh, get back for Christopher. Oh, he's gonna have to tow.
Tough break. Have you seen it live here? Sorry, Chris.
Gave him the broadcaster's curse.
Not the broadcaster curse.
He was fighting that thing. Looks like we're gonna have some green flag pits starting here. Byers in the pits. Kevin West is in the pits.
So we'll pull this up here and we'll bring up who is pitting right
Pearson
now.
in the pits.
You have Kevin West, Jeff Byers, Justin Lee Pearson in the pits along with Christopher Hamilton. Not with Chris.
It looks like we got some more coming.
Kevin West and Jeff Byers leaving the pits right now.
Well, let's just see where's that's gonna put Mr. Hamilton, because we're still green. He's gonna have to get the tow and then get this fast repair, get his new tires, get some fuel.
Another shout out to Pearson from Priscilla Costa.
As I just heard over the comms there that your leader's coming this time.
It's good to hear that the drivers are kind of giving a shout out. So looking like they want to come in and get new tires maybe earlier than later. We're going to see if somebody decides to stay out or who decides to stay out. But the leaders of Cale Spicer, Jacob Smetana. You know, they got to be careful with that, Joey. Get that speeding in the pits. They'll get held in their pit stall for 40 seconds. And that's just detrimental here. That's a lap down.
That's a lap, yep.
But that's going to make our new leader
green flag stops is I'm terrible at them. I got so much. I need to work on them so much just to, in order like long races like this where, I would almost practice that as much as trying to figure out how to save tires, because it's so important. Because in situations like we just seen with Mr. Hamilton, that's just pretty much going to end his race. He could probably still get back in this, but as we're on lap 70 and we're caution free, so he's going to need a messy second half of this race to try to get back in it.
Week in, week out, many of the leagues that we cover throughout the week, we talk about, I talk about, I try to stress, and hopefully they listen to me after they go back and watch the replays and the broadcast. But anyways, I'm just like, practice pit entry. It's easier to make a pass in the pits because you did it correctly than it is on the track 90% of the time. But right now you see other people coming in the pits right now. Charles Getty's coming down, but the 25 is still staying out there. Peter Smetana keeping the lap sled here. It looks like maybe he's just going to go for a two pit stop as he's out there on lap still 71. So we're a little over that one. We're just over that 1/3 of the way here at Charlotte in these 87s, and here he comes. He's going to bring it down. He's going to relinquish the lead out to, it looks like it's going to be Tyler Bramble. So after coming down and having some issues, but he's going to bring it down as well. So Tyler Bramble, one of the last drivers to bring it in the pits here, and that's going to cycle everybody through, and it's going to more than likely make the number 66 of Cale Spicer the leader. And then now you can see the separation start to begin with the second place car of Jacob Smetana back 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Then you got
I'm not sure what Cale did there on pits, but he had a quick pit time, and I think that's what got him the gap too. I don't know if he just took two or if his pit crew was on fire, but he had by far the quickest pit time.
I'll go ahead and I'll show everybody out there how everybody did as they came down the pits there with the pit time. And you can, oh, that's everybody's pit stall time. Let's do pit lane time because that tells you how long they're actually down in the pits. You can see there, and there 45 seconds for Cale Spicer, 49 seconds for Jacob Smetana and Aaron Smith, and then Kevin West with 52 seconds. So yeah, there's some big times in there, and 4 seconds in the pits faster than the second place car. That's a ton of time on track.
And we seen Cale when he was getting into the pit stall there, kind of get it loose there, and almost lose it, but he pushed it all the way to the limit there, and didn't get any kind of black flag or any kind of situation like that. So that's, like you said, that's why you practice that stuff, because look how much time you gained just from being that good on pit road.
It's that important. If you're a driver and you're out there, you're listening. Yes, it's important that you know how to get around the track quickly. It's important to save tires. Yes.
I don't know. I think you were probably already off the broadcast from a couple, maybe a month ago in the Xfinity Series. Oh, we have a caution. Caution's out. Zachary Korn.
Oh no. Let's see what happened. My lights are blinding me here on my rig. Let's go let's check out what happened to Zachary Korn as we get a review of the number 5.
Oh, we just got loose.
Self spin there from the number 5 and probably solo. I'll slow it down.
Oh.
You can see if anybody else was collected. He's got the tires locked, holding up so the drivers can know what that 5 is doing. He's going to drift down.
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way, but caution will fly here. First, the caution of the night as the leader goes by.
What an impressive run here for these guys.
77. That was on lap 73. 73 laps of 200. I mean, if you're
all coming back down,
if the drivers are out there, give yourself a friggin' hand, man. You don't see it very often. I mean, they even completed the green flag stop. But now to get down here and really top off on fuel again, probably take tires because they have plenty.
Yeah.
I mean, you might see some people stay out. Maybe the lap drivers will stay out. But when these drivers come around, they can get back on a lead lap at a minimum. So
and as me and Carl like to say, we have drama building because we got some different situation, some different strategies about to be playing out here. Several guys staying out. These guys coming in. I wonder who's going to take 4, who's going to take 2. Looks like Tyler Bramble's going to take 2. He's out early. And the guys who have been up front are going to be back in the pack as we get this thing back green flag. We're going to have Cale back there, Aaron Smith back there. Looks like we have 5 cars stay out here.
Yeah, a few cars stay out. I'll bring up the tower here so you can see who came in, came out. I'll put up the pit lap. You can see some of them drivers that stayed out though, Joe. They were only been out there a little bit, and I could see their want to stay out.
Yeah. 25 Peter Smith. He just pitted a couple laps ago, so yeah, there's no real need to coming down and get like fresh tires or anything. So.
Yeah, I'd say the only person really taking the gamble here would be the 63 of Larry Johnson. But it looks like somebody's going to, a few drivers coming down. Justin Burns, Christopher Hamilton, Seth Andrews, all coming down here again to kind of...
I didn't see, but who got the lucky dog there? Looks like Zachary Korn's going to get a wave around, so he's going to get his lap back.
Well, the leader right now is a number 25, Peter Smetana. So the 5 will get waved around here next time by, I'm sure. I'm not sure who the lucky dog was. The lucky dog will be the last car at the longest line. The restart happens, so we'll go to the back and let's see who's back there. But that should have been the lucky dog, as long as they weren't involved in an incident. So we're gonna group them back up though, so let's mix this thing up, Joe. It's gonna bring it down and make this thing interesting.
this restart's going to be interesting to watch with all the different strategy being played out. You know, yeah, you got semi-old tires up front, guys that stayed out. You got 2 cars that took 2 tires. You get the 19 and 39 who took 2 tires, and then the rest of the guys here took 4 and filled her up. And you know, this lineup is upside down right now from what we've been seeing here for the first 70, 72, 75 laps or so.
Yeah, let's talk about positions and where everybody's at. We have Peter Smetana up out front right now. He's up 6 spots. And then let's talk about the next 4. Larry Johnson, 16 spots. Charles Giddings, 14 spots. James Carvin, 19 spots. And then David Pachow, 17 spots. So big time movers looking for that big money at the end. Can they stay up there? That's the question. Got a lot of fast drivers back in the field. Let's not, I'm going to knock on some wood here for this one, Joe, but I hope that there is no cautions, breeding cautions here tonight. And that
we don't need
was just a fluke.
Yeah, we don't need Darrell Waltrip saying cautions bring cautions. These guys, they started the race clean and, you know, gave everybody some room and all that. And hopefully with the varying strategies here, and shout out to Dave Till for being a race control in this thing, and you know, getting these guys in position and where they need to be and everything, and maybe giving a little bit of a pep talk here saying, hey, let's be wary of the situation here, boys. Still a long ways to go, and a lot of varying strategies and this and that, so everybody can just stay cool and we can get back green flag racing.
Yeah, definitely want to give a shout out to Race Control. Race Control is one of these. I mean, the drivers out here are making it easier on Dave tonight, but there is instances that I've seen and had that Race Control is by far the hardest job in iRacing, because nobody's wrong when the incident happens. Okay. He's the guy that points the finger, and they're like, "No, it wasn't me." But either way, pace car's in 25. Get ready to go back to green. He's on the loud pedal. And here we go.
Yeah, he's going to get a good jump here from the rest of these guys. These guys who are a little bit older on the tires, and the guys that were running in the back who decided to stay out here and try to get a little bit of track position. We'll see what James Carmen, he's up a bunch of spots. And I think he's going to try to take this, this time and in this situation into his advantage and try to keep that number 28 up front.
So I'll keep my eye up here front. Gonna do some side by side. Yeah, he has 63 up there near the wall.
Trying to let it move on the outside, yeah.
You have the other leaders that were up front of Cale Spicer, Aaron Smith, and the 19 of Jacob Smetana looking to get their way back to the front, but they have some cars in front of them holding them up. And they will be racing.
It only took them 2 laps with Cale and Aaron and them boys. They're already there. And they want that lead back. They want that clean, fresh air. Yeah, because if you're the farther you're up front, the less likelihood you have to avoid any kind of wreck or any kind of situation there. So, those boys want to get up front and get away from any kind of problems. Tyler Bramble's up there.
Tyler Bramble back to where he started after that early incident where he fell back. So great job there, Tyler, for making it back up to P number 8. You can see them side by side back in the middle of the field there. You got Grady Gherkin.
Spin! Big contact, a big one! Oh, Gherkin up on another car! Oh my goodness!
Oh no. Get down. Get down.
Give him a little push.
There we go. Good job, boys. Rough one here on lap 82 of 200. We'll go back and take a look at that one. But all started with Grady Gherkin getting a little sideways. What do they call it, though? They call it on towel. See here. Oh, you can see right there.
Oh, that was real snug.
Yeah,
he couldn't fit a business card in between those guys.
Yeah, I'm going to slow it down. Watch the 77.
77 gets into the 46.
46
gets him
trying to catch it.
Oh, yeah.
But the 77 comes down, clips the, I believe that's the 45 there.
Jeff Byers involved.
Oh, 9.
Kirby gets in the back of Stevens.
31, the 57. Here comes the 95, the Wrangler.
95
his Daytona.
Oh my
Negative.
Oh,
The 22.
heavy front end damage to the 95.
The 58 trying to lock it
22.
up. 46 getting on top of the 31. Christopher Hamilton says, "Let me out of this mess." As he slows it down.
And that's important for Mr. Hamilton, because if he was going to get involved in that, he was not going to be eligible for the lucky dog. But as I just heard on the race comms, he's the lucky dog for this one. We'll put the 64 back on the lead lap.
We'll bring a lot of drivers back down in the pits as everything kind of unfolds here on lap 83 of 200. And like we say in show business, reactions.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if some of these guys use their fast repair or if they just try to elect to fix a little bit of the damage for now. You burn that fast repair now, and we still have over half a race left, and it's then you're being real conservative.
Anything could happen here. You never know. But again, we'll go back. I want to keep showing the cars here as we're starting to work on that halfway mark. If you have a favorite car out there that you're interested in, that you think has the best paint, please say something in the chat so we can keep a tally. And that person will get rewarded with a little bit of a bonus.
$25 for the best paint scheme here tonight.
Yep. It's fan voted.
So if you're watching and it's going to be decided by you as the fans. So if you're watching your favorite driver right now, or you see a car out there that you really like, let's hear it in the chat so we can let's get those votes going. As we got another caution here, and it's going to be another interesting restart. Looked like everything was good there for the first couple laps, and then it's a little hard racing there.
Eastie Boys, number 28.
Oh, yeah.
Takes me to my childhood. 19, Jacob Smetana. Premier Setups. PremierRacingSetups.com. Check them boys out and see what kind of setups they got. The Buick Santos machine. 212 Racing. Tyler Bramble. Kevin West. In the TikTok Trailer Park Dude car. Justin Lee Pearson in the number 8, the iRacers Lounge podcast.
He's got a couple votes out there for him.
Yeah, they do a great job. They have, I believe it's a weekly podcast. And I know UCRL, they sponsor UCRL, so shout out to the iRacers Lounge for they sponsor the post-race broadcast, or like the interviews and stuff. So AJ Stevens in the number 31, Charles Giddings in the classic 427 Coca-Cola machine.
That's a David Pearson throwback, right? The 12, the 12 or Bobby, that's right.
Awesome,
yeah. That's right.
Brent Kirby in the Black Magic Motorsports. Laurie Johnson in the Roush Performance Machine, number 63. Got a
he's got the extra horsepower underneath that mud.
Grady Gherkin in the 47 or 46.
Looks like Grady took the fast repair.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, he was up on top of another car.
I didn't have much of a choice.
Sometimes you don't have a choice. 45 of Jeff Byers. There's a Wanger car. David Pachow there in the 77 Premier Setups car. Gary Freeman Jr., Too Fast Racing. There you had him. Zachary Korn in the number 5, ICW Gaming.
That's a sharp car. That's a sharp looking car right there.
I think it's because it's a Pontiac. Here's a Buick. JD McKaylee. iRacing Sweetheart.
Yeah, Josh, he puts out good content. He's got quite a few videos on YouTube. He's pretty entertaining to watch.
We're gonna go back in the green here, so I'm busy staring at cars. Anyways, out front, number 25, Peter Santana, with Cale Spicer, has moved into P number 2 on the outside of James Carman.
Here comes Aaron Smith. They're trying to get back up front of this field. We got the 19 right behind him.
You think James is sometimes maybe he's slow because he's hanging out in the back of the pack. He's just an opportunist, man. Like, he just needs to be at the right spot at the right time. And right now, he finds himself up front, fighting for P number 3 alongside number 70 of Aaron Smith.
Yeah, James, he knows his cars and he knows the way around. And like we talked about, he's if he can take an advantage somehow with fuel or whatever, he'll try to find it. But right now, his fuel strategy in his pit and everything got him up here in the top 5. And now he's probably at the point where it's kind of almost go time to where I gotta stay up here now. This is my spot, and just try to keep up here with these boys, see what we got, and try to learn a little bit here for this stretch of the race here. And as you can see, in the sun's starting to go down, the lights are on, and this is when it gets to the transition part of the racetrack. Cars are gonna start handling a little bit differently. Maybe that outside line's gonna come in a little bit for these guys to be able to use and get some side-by-side racing. So we've had, a lot of side-by-side racing so far, but it's been early in the race, so it's been a lot of give and take. So once this race gets dwindled down here, it's going to be a lot more take. And ooh, look at that bumper! Look at that view! Oh, we got a big wreck! Bramble's involved. 96 involved.
Tyler Bramble going around, hitting that inside wall, bringing out a caution here on lap 89 of 200. I believe there's another one involved as well, but we don't
no
go.
front bumper.
No, that was going to hurt. I hope he didn't take this fast repair already. So another tough break there for the Sad Toast machine.
Oh, 57.
Yeah, the 96.
Give him a smooch.
96 on a self spin. Anyways, right there in front of him.
Oh yeah. Oh, I bet Tyler lifted and 57 didn't see it.
A tough break for these two drivers. The 39 of Tyler Bramble and the 96 of Charles Gettings.
Didn't like Gettings had any damage though.
No, it looks like he's good to go. He didn't touch the wall, so he should be good to go. I'm just gonna have some angry tires.
At least he's got a caution here to get him pulled back down, or maybe come in and swap them out for some freshies, because we're getting close to halfway here. As it's starting to get a little caution-y, a little messy.
Yeah, and you're gonna see, obviously, we're on our third caution here. I mean, it happens. The drivers are out there; they're trying to get what they can. We're at the halfway mark, but we still have 110 laps. We still have a lot of racing here. Most leagues I run or broadcast, they might run 100 laps here. So we still got like a whole race to go.
Yeah.
Again, I want to give a shout out to all the fans out there, everybody that's watching. Shout out to all the sponsors that came on board here tonight. Skylar Sullivan for sponsoring the stream. Race War 4D, AMR Paintworks. Everything. So, and all the drivers that decided to partake in this event. We do this for everybody, and we do this for the community. We do this for the racers, and just to kind of give back and allow them the opportunity to win some prizes here tonight. So, and again, I want to give a shout out to Joe that's up here in the booth with me, because without Joe, this would not happen. So he does all the time, the work. He puts everything together. He looks for the sponsors. So again, Joe, thank you.
Hey, it's a pleasure. I enjoy these cars. I enjoy these guys who race these cars, and it's fun to be able to put on a money race for them and give them a chance to win a little bit of money for their their hard-earned work and their talent. So it's I raced in it last year. And this year I wanted to be up here in the booth and see the action from a different point of view, and just kind of be more of a promoter this year, and and put this thing on for these guys, and hopefully this can kind of grow and just keep growing from year to year and maybe expand a little bit. But it's fun to do this. And I mean, there's money races out there everywhere, and it's usually, the plate tracks, and yeah, that's fun and all that, but you're not getting too many money races in the 87s, and then here at Charlotte, and then kind of a half of a Coke 600 event. So it's one of my favorite races, and I'm just glad to be able to do it with you guys here at Core, and all the support you guys give me to do this, and it's awesome. So hopefully these guys can get some green flag runs in here, and see who's going to come out with the victory here.
Yeah, this definitely will turn things up. Again, another round of drivers coming in here on lap 90 to go ahead and get themselves some fresh tires and maybe top off that fuel. Maybe looking to go the rest of the way. You never know. But Peter Smetana, Gary Freeman, Charles Gettings, Justin Pearson, Justin Kirby, Larry Johnson, Joshua McKaylee, Tyler Bramble, and Tal Owen all came in here on lap 90. I need to pull up the interval. Excuse me. You guys can see who's a lap down, and Seth Andrews is the only one. He is 2 laps down, but 24 drivers still all out here. Actually, it looks like Tal Owen might still be. He's coming down in the pits. That's why he's straight out. So, taking a last minute maybe splash. I mean, I would if I'm in the back. I'm stopping.
Oh, definitely, yeah, 100%. Because I mean, it very could go green from here, and I mean, I don't know if he's going to stretch it 110, 107 laps, but I mean,
every little bit counts.
Things have happened. Yeah.
I mean, one driver I don't see in the field and that I know is a fuel saver, like Boss, would be the number 8 of Kevin Foster. So he's usually out here. Probably maybe had something going on, but he's usually in these events. And but one of those drivers that knows how to save fuel. Tommy Ryan, the winner of last year, another driver that is very good at saving fuel, saving tires in those cars and these cars. And UCRL did have a series where they were running the 87s, and it was a lot of fun to watch. This year they went with the Xfinity car, and I believe their season's about to end at the end of the month, but I believe they're going to come back out. I don't know if it's due to the Gen 4 cars, but I have to take a look over there and get people more info if they're interested in joining up with UCRL. But anyways, we're back under green here with Cale Spicer, Aaron Smith out front. Cale Spicer gets a nice jump on Aaron Smith on that outside, looking to maybe take that lead away for back, I should say. It's been a little bit since the beginning, since Aaron was out front.
Yeah, these boys, both of them got a huge jump off the rest of the field here. And Aaron Smith's making that high line work right now. And like we talked about with the sun going down, the lights coming on, it's going to be interesting if that outside line is going to be the spot to go to here tonight.
Yeah, Aaron Smith has had his laps in many cars. It's Aaron Smith's one of those drivers that he's skilled in almost every single car he steps into. And there's some drivers out there that just have that natural talent to get out there, just have fun and be fast, and be really fast. And Aaron Smith is one of those drivers. I don't know Cale Spicer. I have not had the pleasure to broadcast him until tonight, but in that 66 machine, he is putting on a show here, showing that he wants to win or be in that top three and win those prizes here tonight. But James Carman also was hiding in the back. He's up 20 spots, Joe. 20.
I think he wants a new pair of gloves. He's say, hey, I'm up here now. I got all these spots gained. We got a shot at the 40 Raceway hard charger of the race here tonight. Get him a new pair of gloves. We got Jeff Byers up making his way up to 4th. Jeff's making his way up there, getting into this conversation. Yeah, if you run, if anybody listening right now and you are in the 87s, officials or in the little community that is, you're going to know who Cale Spicer is, because that guy is fast at almost every track there is the 87s can go to, or an official wise or whatever. But he just knows his way around in these cars, and it just does blow my mind that some of these guys can just jump in from car to car and just be fast. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, with no, like our very own Christopher Hamilton. Like, that guy, so many times where I didn't have the track until we started the race. Just bought it, and he's out there quick time on the pole. I'm like, how do these guys do it? I mean, they just have that natural ability, that talent to just jump in something and push the car, truck, whatever it is, to the limit. Because as we know, Premiers is we all run whatever setup, some weird kind of setup races and stuff that are fun and entertaining, but he's just fast and all that. It doesn't matter what we're running. He's going to find a way around the track.
Yeah, Chris has been like that since I've known him, and he actually, from my understanding, when Carl met him, he met him in Rallycross. It wasn't a big. We used to call him the what do they call him? Not an oval guy.
Oh, 58's getting loose. Oh, Justin Kirby, he saves it.
Does save
Keeps it going.
Wow.
Looks like the 09 got into the wall a little bit as well as the 76.
With the 58 won it on that one, but did a little bit of Tokyo drifting, was able to save it and keep it going. Now the 58 will be looking for a caution to make up for that mistake, but let's go back up front as we are side by side with the 70 and 28 as we try to take that P number 2 away, but on the coattails of the number 66, excuse me. Got the hiccups, Joe.
66 rocking the old Harry Gant school car, Bandit. He's trying to hold these two guys off right here as Carmen and Smith are side by side here for second. Carmen's running that outside, trying to see what he can do out there and maybe work his way around your leader, Cale Spicer.
Good shout out to Greg Whalen out there saying Cale is the man.
Greg's pretty good himself in these cars too. So he was signed up for this race, and some events happened where he couldn't make it here tonight, but he's in the chat watching, so appreciate that, Greg. Hope to see you. Wish I could have seen you out here, because you can wheel these cars too, man.
Right now the lead is with the top 3 there of the 66 of Cale Spicer, Aaron Smith, James Carmen, Nicholas Smetana there, and P number 4 Kevin West for 5. And you got Brent Kirby, Jeff Byers, Grady Gherkin, AJ Stevens, Zach Korn, and then let's see, I know it's a couple more. Charles Gettings back there in 11th. Justin Burns, I think's in that first. Nope, Justin Burns is your next group of cars.
Look at that, the 95 back up to 12th here.
Yeah.
After his early issues there.
We won't count out the cooler. Dream Team Racing League, shout out to, they want to give a shout out to Kevin West and Jeff Byers. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate the shout out, man.
Yeah, the Dream Team Racing League is, from what I've followed along, is a bunch of guys who stream on TikTok, and a bunch of those streamers got together and they started a little league, and they I can't remember what night they race on, but they all jump into a league race, and then they all stream it and have a good old time.
We have a small knit community of iRacers, and obviously even probably smaller with the broadcasters. And so, shout out to anybody out there that entertains and helps the community and give them a good look. Put out some great shows and show everybody out there that doesn't want to pay for iRacing what these drivers actually do. Thursday nights at 8 p.m. That's when the stream.
Hey, there we go. There we go. That's kind of my passion behind this. Is like, this isn't just like a small community, but I feel like if we can just all support each other and just be there for each other, and you're gonna find your nicks of people and your picks and whatnot, and just people who are like you or race like you or whatever, and that's fine. But like, we all gotta support each other, because if we don't have iRacing, then we're not out here doing this. We're doing this for the enjoyment of it and the fun of it, and we like racing, so it's let's just keep being supportive of each other, and that's why I wanted to share if you're streaming. I wanted to be able to shout you guys out and have our community share with your community and all that.
We're gonna hop inside the green machine there of AJ Stevens. Feels like I'm on the Hulk down there in Orlando as we go around here in Charlotte, but definitely doing some good work here as he's up 6 spots in P number 9, following that first group around. Give a shout out for number 46 for the best paint. Obviously, shout out to Pointers Motor Supply, big supporter of CRN, and it's always good to see you out there and doing what you do.
Kelly was signed up for this race as well. Too bad he got stuck at work. Look at these boys up front. Look at that pack up front. These guys are right on top of each other. You got Aaron Smith there on the outside there. James Carmen's fell back just a couple spots. He's still running that outside a little bit. Got Jeff Byers trying to peek on the inside here. Here, top 7, just throw, just right on the blanket here. Look at Grady Gherkin. He's already back up here. He was on top of a car 20-some laps ago.
He got a lift. He used an Uber.
He got that car tuned up.
Literally. But here we are on lap 109 of 200. Over the halfway mark here at Charlotte, and since we're back to green, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn me and Joe off for a few moments, and turn the race cars up and give you some sights and sounds for a little bit of love to hear here at Sierra. back, and things are going great here. We're at lap 120 of 200, and Cale Spicer out front over Kevin West, Jacob Smetana, Jeff Byers, Aaron Smith, Grady Gerken, Brett Kirby, Peter Montana, Christopher Hamilton, and James Carmen for your top 10. Chris making a comeback after having troubles early with 64, really making his way back towards the front. Right now, your biggest mover is going to be that number 28 of James Carmen, and sitting back there in P, number 10, currently up 13 spots from the start.
Yeah, he was up there at the front here at this last restart, and he's kind of shuffled his way back here to 10th, but he's still up here with these leaders and hanging tight with this second pack here, so still in it for the long haul here. Is the number 8's up into the wall here. We got Kirby trying to run him down.
Yeah, 58 needs to make up a lot of time after getting slideways there a little bit, but 8 running the high line right now, trying to make it work, trying to bring it in, make it happen for the 8, and it's working so far. He's able to stay out in front of Justin Kirby in a number 58.
Yeah, he's up there in that third lane.
Yeah, he's right up there.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to run that high line, Joe.
You ain't kidding, Jimmy.
It's a lot of nerve. It's a lot of nerve because that wall will sometimes reach out and
yeah, it'll grab you and it'll hold on to you too. It don't just touch and release. Nah, it's gonna hold you.
It don't want a do-si-do, no either.
No, we're in for a bear hug.
We're back up front. Some side-by-side action as the 19 looking to get around that 66. And the 01 of Kevin West right there with them, putting the pressure on for being in third. Jeff Byers at a number 45, Aaron Smith and that number 70 still there, and Pete number 5 as they looks forward. But Grady Gerken has that number 46 machine up there, and Pete number 6, Brett Kirby in there in 7th. Peter Spintana back there, and then number 25 in 8th place. It's for Smith again there in 9th. So Chris doing what he does best, moving forward. Yeah, they're definitely fighting up front, Dave.
And like we said in the pre-race, the top 5 are getting paid here tonight, so you're gonna be keeping an eye on that top 5 as we get closer to the end of this race to see who's gonna come away with a little bit of cheddar here. So Hamilton's up here to 9th and working his way back up.
I like cheese, Joe. I like cheese.
A little bit of green cheese, a little bit of cheddar.
Just to answer Stream Team's Racing League out there, we use SDK. It's a great software package that they have that we pay for in order to keep track of who's where and what and when. And they also have basically a replay feature. There's so many buttons. I don't even know how I use it half the time because there's so much. You can ask Joe.
Yeah, so I have it too, and I'm recently new into the SDK game, and it is overwhelming to say the least. So luckily I have guys like Jimmy and Carl who know how to run that thing, and I'm just along for the ride. I'm a co-pilot with nothing to drive, so I'm just there for, I don't know, just for talking purposes. But yeah, it's
yeah, the one thing that I don't do, Joe, is I don't do solo broadcasts unless something happens, like somebody were to be sick or something like that. I don't broadcast by myself. I like to be up here in the booth with somebody to talk to, and the fact that SDK allows me to build an overlay and share it with you. Basically, essentially, when I change the cameras, it actually changes the camera for Joe too. So he's not having to go back and forth. He can literally just sit there and co-commentate with me and keep me company, keep things going. Because I don't know if anybody wants to hear me for 3 hours straight, but on here we're watching iRacing, and the drivers put on the show, and we just try to do what we can to show, display. And move some of the cameras around and select the drivers, depending on their battles, and really try to get that through it. And then obviously when the incidents happen, the crashes, I'm able to hit the button and catch that replay for everybody. So it's a very unique system. It's a lot of fun to learn and use. And what's unique right now and a lot of fun is watching these drivers
Watching
race.
these guys.
Look
Wow,
at this
I mean-
battle. I mean, it's been from the right from the rip. I mean, it's like 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're just like nose to tail. And then right back there, key number 5, Brent Kirby leading the second group. And we're not talking about slow drivers. You got Brent Kirby up there. You got Grady Gherkin, Aaron Smith that started up front. And then Peter Spintana, he was up front for a while too. Christopher Hamilton, almost like the comeback king tonight so far. Back up to P number 9. Looking to get a great finish here tonight. Maybe trying to get in, steal some of that cheddar from these top drivers. So Chris has always been one of those drivers that's had some good runs. He's had the better runs of finishing second, or we nicknamed him the bridesmaid, as you can see there on the screen, and that's why. But caution!
Oh, caution!
I'm not sure who it is. Oh, I think it was Kale. No? Where's the yellow flag? Why the yellow flag? Was it Kale Spicer? Kale Spicer?
Oh, did he get sideways?
I think
Maybe he just didn't register it?
I think Kale Spicer got a little bit of sideways here.
Or did he get a little bit of a push?
Setting this a little bumper from the 19.
Oh, and a big bumper.
And a little big bumper
Ooh.
there. So we're going to slow this down, as this was the leaders.
Right as we clicked off of him, and what a save by Kale. Are you kidding me? That car was 90 degrees.
You ain't doing that in a next gen car, I'll tell you that.
No. And a lot of people aren't doing that. I'm not doing that. I guarantee you that. But Kale Spicer, look at that. He's, oh my.
And keeps going.
Oh, he's like almost 90 degrees. Y'all out.
He might not even have had to even go back to yellow. But great catch there by Kale. Some superb driving. And stream, just if you want, man, just hit me up. Come into the core Discord, and me and you can talk. I can help you out if you need to. I don't mind helping anybody as far as learning some software. At least get you pointed in the right direction. Miss Weeks there, continuing to give Tal number 9 the best paint.
These boys are coming down to get some new tires. Kale definitely needs some new tires after that
Yes.
drifting exposition that he just showed for us right there.
I don't think anybody stayed out. No. Everybody's in the pits. Except Andrews maybe staying out to try to get that lap back. He's the only
He
one
could
lap
double
back.
up here, because if he stays out, he could. He's gonna get the lucky dog, so he'll be the lucky dog because he was the only one lap. He was the only car a lap down. So the 71 will get one of his laps back. I don't know if he could double dip it though. So he'll get the wave around and then.
All right, let's see.
What do we got? We're gonna have 60 some laps left here now.
We have 67 laps remaining right now.
So now we're in the fuel window, where everybody's gonna be good on fuel.
Good on fuel. We'll just, I don't know if they'll be comfortable. Most people should be comfortable on the tires, but now we're starting to get down to the nitty gritty.
Yep,
These drivers want that cheddar. They want to win this thing. And you can see the drivers there on the track map on the top right. I call them Skittles because they're rainbow colored. That's what they, and I like food. So.
big fan of the food.
Big fan of the food. But we got a good one here. Jacob Spintana out front.
Oh,
with Kevin
this
West.
finish is going to be unbelievable. These
Jeff
guys,
Myers.
the top 5 have been like on top of each other all night long.
There's still a lot of racing left, Joe.
I know, and they all got fresh tires now, so it's going to be interesting to see who wants to try to push here a little bit, or who wants to try to maybe save a little bit. You know, Aaron Smith, he's been lurking back there. He fell back a little bit in that last run.
I mean, you don't. This is
25 who was back there lurking.
I mean, this is why we do these things. I mean, we put on the show. These drivers out there, obviously, they would love it to go from, green from start to finish. The cautions do nothing but make things super interesting. Like,
And I tell you what, like
more interesting.
if you have any kind of hankering or you think you want to do some broadcasting, do it, because it brings a whole new perception of racing here on here, and the excitement level is unbelievable. Like I do the Wednesday night broadcast there with Carl with the CSRL guys, and it's road racing, which I'm getting into that. I'm more of an oval guy myself, but I'm getting into the road racing stuff, and it's so exciting. And the drama that gets built up between, the races and then the point standings of a league and everything like that. It's if you have the thought of doing any kind of broadcaster, just do it, because it's a blast. It's a little bit of homework to do, to put on a good show and all that and everything, but man, it's so fun, because then you get to sit up here like me and Jimmy are, and we get to watch the end of this race and watch these guys just duke it out. And yeah, we'd like to be out there in the car, but sometimes it's just as fun to be up here and watch these guys do what they do best.
Justin Burns, number 95, best paint from iRage Daily. Thanks for the shout out.
I think we got a pretty close battle here between the 95 and the 09 for the best paint. And the 5's got a couple of he got a couple of votes out there as well.
Yeah, the 9 and 95, the 8. If you're missing any, Joe, I can go back, scroll. Oh, you can even scroll.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, 46 for the best paint.
Might have to step away and get yourself a piece of paper.
Might have to take my shoes off, start counting toes.
I don't know if I could count that high. But what these drivers are trying to count is these laps down. As the lights are off on the pace car, we're getting ready to go back to green here. Right now the cars are exiting 4, going down the quad oval type area. It's a really kind of a unique front straightaway there in front of the grandstands. The 19 will bring them down along with the 01 of Jacob Montana. And they will get on the loud pedal.
Big jump.
Nice jump. Maybe a little bit of a stutter start there, but the 19 and the 01 get out front there. 66 of Cale Spicer to the high side of the 45 of Jeff Byers. Aaron Smith down on that inside too. Everybody looking to
Look
go.
at that run from Cale all the way out to the lead. What a run off too from Cale Spicer. He wants to lead back.
And that might be a little bit of sportsmanship by the 19 saying, I'm sorry, and a lot of that happens on iRacing. You get racing around a lot of the same drivers, whether it's special events like this or officials, and everybody knows everybody. And the last thing you want is your name to be tarnished by some silly little mistake. So right there could have been a sign of sportsmanship from the 19 of Jacob Smetana. And if I'm saying your last name wrong, I apologize, because I faded a lot tonight.
He's been up front a lot today. Yeah.
Along with your
sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but tonight it's good for the 19. As these guys know it's getting close to go time, and look at the pack right now. Look at all these guys. James Corbin! Big wiggle, and he's to the wall! Almost came off the wall! Oh my goodness!
Or line gets involved.
Is that no caution?
That's gotta be a caution. No caution.
Still green.
As yet. Well, how are we still
there we
green?
go. There we go. James Carmen has lost his left front wheel, and I don't think iRacing threw it. So Dave on race control, good call there, and getting the caution out.
See what happened to number 28.
Oh, he got loose and overcorrected it.
Dang.
Matched the wall.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh yeah.
Slow it down. The 8 gets by. 58 sneaks
I think
by.
the 31
76. 5, 63, 28 to 22, 31.
Oh, just barely.
9.
Oh,
Tyler
Bramble.
Ugh, not the Santos's day.
Oh, the 09.
09, almost head-on collision. Oof. Wow.
We got about 4 or 5 cars involved in that one. James Carmen.
The number 28 of James Carmen. What this could be good for, though, is that number 71 of Seth Andrews.
He's going to get another lap back here.
Gonna get himself.
Like we said earlier in the race, he
never
was
give up.
down. Yeah, you never give up. You just keep fighting.
You know, some people are like, you're 3 laps down. Why are you still out here? Because you don't know what's gonna happen. There's been plenty of races. You know, get yourself caught up in a caution. You go in, you get your fast repair. You're 2 laps down or whatever it may be. But if you're just patient, let the race come to you. Things like this happen. You get laps back. You can get back on a lead lap. And I've seen top 5s and even wins from cars of being laps down. So tough break for the Sad Toast and number 9 of Talone. He's gotten plenty of shouts tonight. And the 28 of James Carman. You know, it's not what you want to see here this late in the race. We're over the halfway mark. Almost in the last quarter of the race. We still have 60 laps remaining. But at number 66 of Cale Spicer is out front again. Being followed by the 01 of Kevin West. And Grady Gherkin slides into P number 3. Pick up the Smetana is back there in 4th. Brent Kirby, Jeff Byers, Aaron Smith, Peter Smetana, Charles Gettings, and David Pichal back there in for your top 10th. Then Christopher Hamilton is in 11th. Justin Lee Pearson is in 12th. Justin Kirby, Larry Johnson, Don Jordan, Gary Freeman, AJ Stevens, Justin Burns, Zachary Korn, Tyler Bramble, Tyler Owen, James Carman, Joshua McKaylee, and Seth Andrews are 24 car driver field here tonight.
We're going to have about just a little under 60 laps here to go. These boys
They're from Priscilla,
ready to bring it down to the end here.
Wait, best paint.
Don't look like anybody's coming in to get any kind of tires.
Thompson giving Chris Hamilton a shout out. And Thompson. Give it a shout out to Ted Thompson, man. Ted Thompson I've been racing with for probably about 2.5, 3 years now. One of the nicest people you'd ever meet. Just a lot of respect for Tim and the great conversations that Tim and Abhi Vishwavasu, in fact, have had some great time spent together just shooting some stories back and forth.
Shooting some stuff around. Shooting stories.
I'm a retired Navy sailor, okay? So it is very hard sometimes to censor myself.
As me too, because I'm a frequent user of certain words. So it's a switch that you have to turn off from time to time. And luckily for me, kind of growing up, it was always kind of ingrained in my head that there's a time and place for everything, and
Pretty much.
that can be used for a lot of situations. So
Such colorful words. Anyways, the thing that's colorful here tonight is the caution lights right now. But they are out on the pace car. These paints are pretty. I mean, they're under the lights right now. I mean, Joe's got the tally. Who's going to be the overall winner?
It's a shine time for these paint schemes.
Anybody out there need a shout out, need to see where their driver's at? Hit me up in the chat. Let me know.
Yeah, we may have a tie here, so we need to get this tie broken.
Oh, need a new viewer. Call in your friends.
Call some people on here.
Like, share, subscribe. Get them to answer up.
I know there's some people out there, voting for your guys right now. Get somebody else in here, and we need to break this tie so we can give away that $25 for that best paint scheme here tonight.
Yo, I don't break ties. I
don't even wear them.
The lights are off of the pace car. They're getting ready to go back green. The pace car should be in this time by as he brakes off.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Cale Spicer's going to lead him down, and he gets a huge jump. Starts in first gear and gets that thing going. Grady Gherkin, he's going to get right behind him. He's going to jump himself up to second. Kevin West is going to try to battle back out here on the outside. And he's going to clear him here off the 2. There comes Kirby. Kirby's trying to work himself back into this conversation. And there's that yellow 70 just back there lurking. Oh, we got another caution.
Oh, no. What happened? Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson, Tal Owen.
And Justin
Kirby.
Let's go back and catch what happened here on lap 143. Somebody turned the heat up in the kitchen.
Ooh.
58 going sideways there.
It's like the 28/6 Don Jordan gets into the 58. The 58 gets into the 63 and then passes it back to Don Jordan.
That's like quick karma.
Yeah. That's what goes around comes around.
Drivers
Came around and got Don there.
Yeah, ooh, and the 9 checked into the 58 right there at the end. So parts are flying, and as my co-host Dylan McDonald would say, yard sale.
Yeah, if you're a core regular and you're watching Wednesday night, we had a yard sale at Bathurst in the CSRO League. They had the big one coming off the Forest Elbow there, and it was quite the sight to see for a GT3 race. I mean, you don't normally see about 6-7 GT3s piled up on a straightaway, but that's what happened in their race over there. But yeah, another caution here is we got some guys getting into each other and racing hard. It's getting to that time. We're going to have about 50 to go here once we get green again. What does the 09 car look like? Let's check it out.
09.
Kelly wants to look at the 09.
Hold on, I'm getting there. 09. Ow, and there we go. Ancient World Gaming.
Kelly's going to try to decide. Is he going to be the deciding vote here?
He might.
He might be.
If he chooses the right car. Mango Paints. Mango, if you out there, I mean, it does look pretty good. I like it. A shout out to
we got Paints. We gotta give a shout out to the AMR. It's you got that thing we can pull up for him and
a number.
Oh, the AMR paint scheme or the AMR Paintworks flyer thing.
Oh, the flyer. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. You keep our guests entertained.
How do we vote? You just Kelly, whatever number, just whatever car you see out there that you like, just type it in the chat there, and we got a tie right now between a couple cars, the 09, excuse me, the 5, and who else was the other one? There was 3 of them, wasn't there? The 09, the 5, and the other one. I think somebody put the 08, but it's supposed to be the 95. Yeah, that's right, 95, Justin Burns. Justin Burns in the 09. What is the top 3? The 09, the 95, and the 5 of Zachary Korn. Those are the 3 that are tied right now for votes.
No, I don't.
We've had from the chats.
I don't have a flyer, Joe.
Okay. Let me see.
Send me the flyer. I'll paste it right on the screen.
Oh, it's okay. I got you.
Take a second. Just take a second. But right now, we don't need too many seconds. We got some time because we're under caution here at lap 147 of 200. And
I sent it to you yesterday at 7:50.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah.
You might scroll up a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
It's way on up in there.
Go.
This guy, you gotta check him out on Facebook too, you guys. When we get this pulled up here, this AMR Paintworks,
There it is.
amazing paint. I mean, the quality of the paints that this guy can do for you, and any kind of car too. Whatever car you got, you know, it's road racing, Indy, dirt track racing. It don't matter. He can get it done.
Yeah. I said if he ran out of ideas, he's probably got too many customers because his paints are that good. I said if he ran out of any ideas, I said I'd like to see what a GT3 Mercedes would look like with his work. So, obviously, if he does a good job, I want to pay him. Let me add this here real quick. But we're going to put up the AMR flyer here so you all can see how to get a hold of AMR. Just take me a second. We're gonna get back to going to green here soon, so
Yeah, I think we're gonna be green before we can get there.
well, the fans are gonna
We
get
got
to
Cale
see it.
Spicer and Kevin West up front here. They're gonna lean back, and there goes Cale. Cale's another good jump. Grady Gherkin right behind him. Looks like an identical restart from the last one we just had. Well, Kevin West is gonna be able to be a little bit tighter on that outside. Grady got a better run there through 1 and 2. Kevin's gonna get side by side, bud. Kevin, we got to go at the front.
Right.
We got another yellow.
Caution out at
Oh, man.
148. How did some of them slip through there? Still collecting people.
We got another big one.
This is a big one. Let's see. I scroll too far up.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see.
Being out front hasn't been the best here for Cale tonight, as he's been.
This is in the back. AJ
man.
Stevens trying to
AJ
check
Stevens,
in.
gets turned by the 8.
Yeah, that's in the
Didn't
back.
get checked up enough. He should be all right from that damage. We got the 25 here. Here's oh man, he just wow.
Ooh, what a run Kevin West had. Gets in the back of the 66, 57 gets into the 01, the 19 and the 46. The 46 turns the 66. Head-on collision with the 19, 46 up in the 01, 19 back into the 70 of Aaron Smith. Car still checking up, trying to get around. You see the 31 coming in slideways with doing a 180. The 8's going to get into the wall.
Big damage for Cale. I wonder if he'd already used his fast repair or not. This has
Late in the
got
race, James Carmen came up, but he slowed down the midst of the race. 31 still up alongside the wall. Big wreck here on lap 148. Now on lap 150. Drivers heading into the pits to get some of those repairs. So we can finish this thing up here. We are 3/4 of the way done. 50 laps still remaining. Plenty of racing still to be had. But the man out front right now is going to be the number 46 of Grady Gherkin, followed by the 25 of Petre Smetana, and then Jeff Byers, Christopher Hamilton, and P number 4. Justin Lee Pearson in that 8 car and P number 5. And you have Justin Burns, Zachary Korn, Tal Owen in the 9, Tyler Bramble, Charles Gettings, Joshua McHaley, Larry Johnson, Don Jordan, Kevin West, Aaron Smith, Jacob Smetana, Cale Spicer, James Carmen, Gary Freeman Jr. Then AJ Stevens, David Pachow, Kirby, Seth Andrews, and Justin Kirby. Round out your 24 car field. Yeah, 09 making moves on this one.
Yeah, let's go to that 09 right now, and we can go ahead and get this best paint scheme award given, as Kelly Pointer is going to be the one to break the tie. That's the 09 is going to be your best paint scheme out here tonight. He's going to receive the $25 take home that prize, and he's up there in the top 10. He's going to be looking for some more. So if he can get up in the top 5, he can give himself a little bit more money.
The paint job does the 09 right tonight, so we'll get with the 09 of Tal Owen. Award that to him later on. Again, if you're just checking in here at CRN, I appreciate stopping by. I wouldn't do this without y'all out there and putting on a great show, so y'all can be the entertainment that some of these drivers have to endure, or maybe not the best quality of driving, or whatever it may be. In one way, shape, or form, I'm going to show it. And I try to put it in a good perspective, in a good way that everybody enjoys it and or doesn't enjoy it, or rewatching it. But either way, we have fun here up in CRN. Thank you for stopping by. Please hit the like and subscribe. We really appreciate it here. Again, congratulations to the 09 for the best paint. But like I said before, I've got to put out AMR's flyer, and right now I'm going to put it up on the screen for y'all. Joe talked a little bit about his work over there at www.facebook.com/AMR Paintworks. So,
yeah, almost everybody has Facebook anymore, and he puts his work as soon as he does one for a customer or whatever, he puts it up on there and shows it for everybody. Just go and check him out, check his work out. I mean, some of the best paint you'll see all, for iRacing or any kind of, I think there's a couple other games you can do some paint schemes for. He can do that, but I mean, I know he does paints for some core regulars here in the 84s, Michael Moultrie and Daniel Wiles. He does paints for them. And that's where I originally seen him from. It's from them sharing his work, and then I've seen him and got in touch with him, see if he wanted to come on board for a sponsorship, and he did, and just wanted to share with you guys and get in touch with him and just go check his work out. And if you need a paint scheme, look him up. Unbelievable work. Go check him out, AMR Paintworks.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Justin. The 09 is the recipient of the Best Paint Award here tonight. Due to you all that'll stop by and put in their votes. So
yeah, good job of the 09 camp. Would they come out and give him some support and show some love in the chat? We're gonna have 47 to go here.
Yeah, 47 laps remaining, and we are back under green. The 46 of Grady Gherkin getting on that little thin pedal to the right. We call it the loud pedal, and away he goes.
What a huge jump from Grady.
Yeah, Pierce Montana got his window filled there with the number 45, and look who is back. The 64 Christopher Hamilton up there in P number 4, and then followed
by 95 up here in the top 5.
95 Wangler back up in there looking for a battle here. Tal Owen in the 09. And then you have Justin Lee Pearson and P number 7. Right now,
got a little bit of front end damage, but it's not affecting him too bad. Oh, there's Zach Korn. Zachary Korn up in the 8th position.
Zachary Korn and Justin Lee Pearson in tie for the biggest mover tonight. Both of them drivers up 13 spots from the start.
Aaron Smith's back in 12th, and we got Cale Spicer back in 16th after that last caution there. We'll see if these guys can get their way back up to the front. Kevin West there in 10th.
This thing is not over yet. I mean, there is plenty of time for these drivers. A little bit of chasing going on around here. 19 goes down below the aprons for a wreck avoidance. Good call and saved there by the 19. Plenty of laps for these drivers to come back up through as we have 44 laps remaining here tonight at Charlotte.
Getting down to the nitty gritty here, Jimmy. These guys are going to start chasing these cars up the hill. Start getting them all that you got. That 66 is going to be charging his way through the field. He's been up front, top 2, 3, 4 all night long. He's find himself in the back. Because we got a pass for the lead here. 25. Looking underneath Grady. Bringing Jeff Byers with him and Christopher Hamilton inside as well. As these top 4 have worked away from the 5th place car of Justin Burns. Sometimes I just find myself just looking and not talking just because I'm trying to take it in myself, as a viewer. Oh my goodness, it's Bramble in the 19. Real snug off turn 4.
You see so much out there. Like, I mean, I'm showing you what I can. I have 3 monitors, ladies and gentlemen. 3. So I have one on my left, my right, and they're filled with everything. I got info overload, and I am trying to keep track of what's going on track. It's not easy. I know these drivers are out here battling for position, trying to make sure that everybody gets a fair share of coverage, and not just focus on the leaders, but right now, the battle is up front with the 25 of 46, the 45 of Jeff Byers and Christopher Hamilton with that comeback, trying to make it into the top 3 there. And the rest of the field is doing the same. The competition is insane here. They're having, really good runs. Obviously, competition, new drivers, not being around each other all the time. We've had a green flag pit stop. Those are done with, I would say, tonight.
Yeah,
as we are down to 40 laps remaining. But there is still a lot of time to overdrive the car and it not perform. Or get really tight going into the corner and not do what the driver wants to because they abused the tires. But hopefully that's not the case here with some of these drivers really putting the pressure on to get to the front.
Yeah, Jeff Byers, he's going to work himself up in the second here. And Kevin West, after having some damage or being involved in that last caution, he's worked himself back up to 5th. Cale Spicer still mired back there in 11th, but he's working his way forward. As it looks like he probably did get a fast repair. He did have a fast repair left. So he's got that car nice and clean now again. Looking to just probably bide his time to get to the front. Going as fast as he can with saving probably just a little bit of tire just in case we get a caution or 2 here. Save something for the end. Ooh, Zach Corn on the back of the 95. That's going to open the door for the 19 to go underneath him. The 19's going to be there.
The 19 taking that spot away quick. The 09 looking to take that spot away as well. Can he stick it down there? No, 05's going to cut down off the front of the nose of the 09 to take that spot away. But you can see who is behind him, poking his nose to the inside there.
Comes.
The number 66 of Cale Spicer.
Mr. Bandit. Bandit's on the run. Who's going to go 3 wide here, maybe?
It's that time.
It's 3 wide off 4. Down to the trioval.
That time of the race, people need, especially if you're in this spot, a little bimping and banging there between the 5 and 95, making it interesting. 95 letting up, cutting down, doing like a crossover behind him, trying to get that run on the 5. Doesn't make it work. It's going to fall in behind with Tyler Bramble looking to that inside now.
Bramble looking to move himself up a couple spots here, getting around the 95, looking even lower on the 5. As Bramble has hit just about everything on this racetrack here tonight, whether his own fault or not, but he's found himself up here in the top 10. Well, what a battle of a night, You just, like you talked about with the 90 with the 71, where you just keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, Tyler maybe he'll find himself up here in the top 5, and after the night he's had, you can almost consider that a win.
The 19 car is looking good there. Kirby's looking pretty stout as he's working his way through the field. He's got his hands full, though. He's got some good competitors in front of him. You got the 70 of Aaron Smith, the 46 of Grady Gherkin, Kevin West in the 01, Chris Hamilton with a comeback up to P to number 3. Jeff Byers is in second, and Peter Smetana up there in P number 6. 09 way down off the apron. It looks like some wreck avoidance. The 9 has a little bit of front end damage. I'm going to go ahead and just take a look at the 09, I believe, if I look at the rear chase channel. Yeah, he's got some left front damage. Not huge, but it does affect aero, and it can, if he's got any kind of steering issues, it can really amplify that. But the tough break there for the 09 is he's got some issues that he needs to work through, and I would love a caution right about now, but back up front, it is the 25. Peter Smetana is out front leading this thing over Jeff Byers, Chris Hamilton, Kevin West, Aaron Smith for your top 5.
We're getting close here to almost 30 to go here. It's getting, the laps are dwindling. If we stay green, it's going to be interesting to see who's got the tire left here. Who's got the best tires to go. Hamilton, he's worked himself back up to third.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, obviously, you know, we say, oh, we're coming down to the end. We got only 30 laps to go. 30 laps is still a long time. We just been here for 167 already, and you know, we've doing it with everybody out there. And like I said, I keep looking over at the viewers count. It's just awesome to see. I'm glad there's other people out there enjoying and watching. You know, whether you're part of the race or family member, work coworker, whatever it may be. Thank you again. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely appreciate everybody watching here tonight. You know, so I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing it. So appreciate the viewers, appreciate these drivers here for doing this event. It's one that I really enjoy. It was hard for me to not be out there in the car, but it's just as fun being up here, watching these guys.
Oh, you know, I used to think that myself, but then it's just this is like being in a car. I can get excited, I can hoot and holler, and I don't. My blood pressure doesn't get as high because it's usually for excitement or in shock instead of being mad. No, but I do enjoy getting out there. Matter of fact, I was out there today, not out on an oval, but I did a 4-hour of the Nürburgring with a fellow driver. Actually, we'll give a shout out to 212 because I was hanging out in their Discord today, and we were all 3 teams finished inside the top 10.
Heck yeah!
So
good to see you guys over there.
Yeah, good run for all the teams that took part of the 12 o'clock or 12 Central Time 4-hour of the Nürburgring.
I can't even begin to understand how you guys get around that track.
Very carefully.
It's massive.
Well, it's the shortened version. They call it VLN, but it still has 157 turns and it's 15 miles long.
Yeah, that's insanity.
And one lap is about 8 minutes, not 30 seconds like here. Great run.
Spicer's moving way back up to 60 here. He's on the move. He just got around Aaron Smith.
Yeah,
now he's here with the 3-car battle with the 19, the 66, and 70. As we're right on that cusp of that 5th place for the final money spot here tonight.
These 3 drivers are working together to catch where they were when this thing all began, and there is still 28 laps remaining. He said back from Kelly Point, says back when my dad used to have his pit crew come over to watch these cars, we always would do a bet at 1st place, 5th place, and a leader of halfway. It was fun. The rain on road courses is killing the computer. Yeah. The new added rain to iRacing is definitely a gut check when it comes to computers. A lot of people have been racing iRacing for a long time, and you can get away on some pretty lower end stuff, but you're really got to dumb down some stuff like some of the graphics and whatnot. So yeah, it has taken its time, but iRacing is. Everybody wanted rain. I don't know why. Some drivers can't even drive on the dry roads, so I wasn't complaining too much. It is pretty neat. I will say that. But if you don't take the time to learn the track in the dry, you definitely need to take the time to learn the track in the wet, because the racing line is almost opposite. On at least 75% of the track, so yeah, it does take time to learn to race the road races with the rain. But we should have seen that here tonight. Just these nice clear skies, as we got a battle brewing up here in the front. As Jeff
It's getting
Byers
spicy up here, Jimmy.
going to the outside.
Jeff Byers looking to get this lead.
Kevin West
got
looking
25
down
to
the
go.
Kevin West looking to the inside, even possible three wide. And Chris Hamilton sitting back there, licking his chops, waiting for these drivers to make a mistake. But look who is back in the number 66 Bandit machine, Mr. Cale Spicer, back in P number 5, looking to move forward. We talked about the 19 of Jacob Smetana is right behind him. Aaron Smith right back up there as well in P number 7. Brady Gerken in the 46, not too far back, but then we have 2 seconds back to James Carman, who was in a little incident earlier, and then Joshua McHaley back there in the 75, Zachary Korn in the 5 machine in P number 11, Dad Toast machine of Tyler Bramble back there in 12th, 31 of AJ Stevens back there in P number 13. Larry Johnson in 14th, Powell Owen in that number 09 with all his fans out there. It is currently in P15. David Pachal is back there in 16th in that number 77 machine. Justin Burns in the Wangler car. 17th. Justin Lee Pearson back there in the 8 car, back there in 18th from the iRacers Lounge. Gary Freeman Jr. back there in P number 19 in the number 22 car. Don Jordan sporting the number 28 on the side of the machine, but he is the number 6. I say they are the number 6. I don't want to assume anymore these days. Seth Andrews, the 71. I think he is on. Let me pull up the tower. Is it?
He's just 1 lap down now.
He's only 1 lap down. 22 laps to go. Anything can happen.
At one point he was he 4 or 5 laps down? Now he's just caution away from being back on the lead pack, or the lead lap here.
Yep. Charles Gettings back there, 22nd. Shout out to Brent Kirby, Justin Kirby. Some of my favorite people to talk to over there at UCRL. So, but rough night for those
West
2
in the
drivers.
lead.
So Kevin West will now take the lead in the
Cale Spicer
L1.
looking for second.
TikTok machine, look at moves.
So we're getting to 20 to go here.
Do it for Cale. I like it, Greg. I like it.
Cale's gonna get cleared right there for the 45. Jeff Byers. He's gonna take that second spot away.
Pull this down so y'all can see a better whole view. Got 01 Kevin West looking to check out. 20 laps to go. Not much time on the track remaining. Roughly 5 minutes. No, 10. Excuse me. I can't count. Public math is not my strong point.
25 looking underneath the 45 here. He's trying to take that 3rd place away. Oh, as he just slide jobs him.
A little slow enough. Trying to get that car in
Byers has to
turn.
check up just a little bit. He gives the 25 some room. Now he's going to dive it back on the inside. As the 19's back here lurking, seeing which way he wants to go here.
These
And
drivers,
Christopher Hamilton's right there in 6th,
these drivers,
just outside the money mark.
These drivers know that it's nearing the end, and it takes a little bit of time to make a pass happen. But 19 laps is still a good chunk of racing, and it's been nothing but great racing. Few cautions here and there.
Yeah, we had cautions bring cautions there for a little bit, but now these kind of settled it out, and these, what we got about, let's see, top 7 here, pulled away from everybody.
Now James Carman up 14 spots. He is the biggest mover of the race currently. P number 9.
He's in line to get those gloves from 4D Racewear.
Zachary Korn, the next one behind him. He's up 9 spots. Few other drivers up 8 spots. Jeff Byers and Christopher Hamilton up 8 spots as well.
Hamilton going to the outside, see if he can get any kind of run up there.
I think 64 up. Chris Hamilton is in search of that line. Something that's going to work.
Yeah, he's trying to find something to try to get into that 5th spot to try to take some kind of money home here tonight. As Kevin West is just pulled away, but here comes Cale. Cale is chipping into that lead.
Cale wants that lead. He wants it back.
Yeah, he wants it back bad. It's been taken away from him twice here tonight, just by some hard driving. Nothing malicious or anything like that, but just some hard and close racing. And as we get down here to the end of it, you know, Cale wants to get back out in front and take this victory home, as he's been out up front here all night long.
Up on board that 64 Christopher Hamilton back there in P number 6 as we look on the top 5 there. 15 laps remaining there. So Kevin West leading with Cale Spicer, Petrie Smetana, Jeff Byers, and Jacob Smetana up there, all in the top 5, and followed by Christopher Hamilton here back here in P number 6. Again, just want to give a shout out to all the fans out there, of course, obviously all the sponsors, AMR Paintworks, and Skyla Sullivan, and 4D Racewear.
Oh, Kevin West went high. That opens a door for 66 of Cale Spicer, as you can see there. Cale's to the inside of him. Hamilton's going to the inside too, back there for 5th. Oh, we got a little bit of close racing.
A little bit of a shoulder nudge banging.
Well, one came down and tried to squeeze Cale, and I don't think Cale wasn't having it right now. We got about 12 laps to go. It's go time.
It's definitely go time for these first 5. Aaron Smith just out of the range right now. They would, you know, he's basically in a catbird seat if these 6 were to get collected up with each other here late in the race, as we got down to 13 laps. Back there in P number 8 is Grady Yurkin. James Carmen is in 9th. Joshua McKay. Let me see. Look at the rest. See who else is battling back there. I think
Josh McKaylee he's in the 10th spot. He's gonna maybe bring home a top 10 here tonight.
Yeah, Gary Freeman and the 8 of Justin Lee Pearson having a battle back here in P number 18 and 19. So that is just, you know, obviously we're interested in who's going to win the race, but there's still great racing going on all over the racetrack.
Yeah, these boys are back here battling for 18, 19, but hey, they're putting on a show themselves too. So you race who you're around and what you got. These boys have been up front and they've been in the back, and that 8's been up at that high line all night long.
Yeah, you can see it. If you look back on it, I think he's got a little bit of damage because, you know, he's tempting bait there. Oh, wrong spot. That's right there. Yeah, looks a little bit of damage.
He's got some right and some left.
Yeah, so a little bit of damage on the 8, but still having a decent, and looks like what appears to be a fun run. But Cale Spicer is out front over Petrie Smetana, Kevin West, and Jacob Smetana for your, and then Jeff Byers for your top 5.
Look at the driver there in that 66. He's wearing like a polo shirt there. He ain't even got a full fire suit on. He's just out here for a Sunday drive. Got that checkered flag shirt on or something, it looks like. You can see his bare arms. That's how they did it back there in 87. No, Cale gets in the wall. It's not going to hurt him too bad.
He's lucky on that one.
Yeah.
Trying to
we're
get
down to
every part of the track. Christopher
we're down to 10
Hamilton
to go now.
looking to take a spot away.
Hamilton trying to get into that 5th spot, that final paid spot here tonight. Jeff Byers right there in 4th, trying to hold on as well.
9 laps remaining here tonight at Charlotte. The 2nd annual CRN Coke 300.
Can Cale hold on to it? He's got the 25 and 01 right there in his mirror. You got another little 3-car battle here between the 45, 19, and 64. Hamilton trying to find something. These guys are so close right now.
So close, but so far away. It's the story of Chris's life.
Yeah. Well, when you get to these guys, the competition like this, just not even a tenth, a half a tenth matters each lap. I mean, it's just so small of a window to...
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Kelly Porter
be
out
in
there
the
setting
air.
up broadcasters cursing.
Oh, we definitely did it to him earlier.
Oh yeah, we were definitely talking about me. He must be paying attention to what we were saying instead of racing his car.
Yeah, if he's watching the stream, he needs to turn it down.
I'm definitely watching him now. And it's not because I want him to wreck.
He's trying to get underneath that 19
He just
to
can't.
get that fifth spot. You just get such a good run coming off on the outside here. Pierce is trying to find that run on the outside and use it to his advantage, but he tries to get to the inside, and it's just not enough right now.
Peters out just a little bit too much. Cale Spicer out front by only 0.32 seconds over that number 25.
Yeah, Cale's starting to stretch it just a little bit, as the 25 was kind of right on his bumper there just a couple laps ago.
You see
Same
off
with
in
Kevin
the,
West.
yeah, off in the distance there, Joe, I see some lap traffic. As you'll see after he comes around this corner here, you'll see him just in the front. Will they play a part in 5 laps?
It'll be close.
You always
Just
think
hope
of
it doesn't affect the outcome here.
I always think about them.
Well,
That's the 71 of Seth Andrews and the 6 of Don Jordan.
that's what Cale can see right now, and he's just hoping he can either not get to them or get to them, and they just kind of get out of the way so that he can get the thing to the end, because he's got a windshield full and his rear view mirror full of cars trying to get around him, and as we got 3 to go here.
3 to go this time by.
3 to go for Cale Spicer. Can he bring it home? Kevin West looking to the outside, trying to find a little bit of a run to go down this backstretch, because he knows if he can get to second, as he got a good run coming down that backstretch. He's closed it within the half a car. Now what's he going to do with it? He's going to run it to the inside. He's going to get right on that bumper of the 25. Will he try to go high again here in 1 and 2? Will the 25 go high? This is what Cale wants to see right now. He wants to see them battling. If 01 goes high, he gets to the outside of him. I think he drove it in a little bit too hard, though. We'll see if he can get a run down the backstretch again. Oh, as he gets into the wall. That's definitely going to slow his momentum down.
Wants that. Wants that spot.
As we're coming to the white flag here.
2 laps remaining. This is coming down to the end here.
One's got another run.
Another run. Cale Spicer out front for the white flag lap as Petrie, Smetana, and Kevin West.
Cale Spicer with a half a second lead here. Who's going to get second? Can Kevin West pull something out of his bag here? Jeff Byers in 4th. Hamilton still looking to get into 5th. West's going to go high. It's not going to be enough for second. But Cale Spicer's going to come home your winner here tonight. The 25 in second. The 01 third. What a run from Cale. Cale has dominated this race. I mean, he was out front for most of this race. Had a little bit of trouble there. Got put to the back. Raced his way back up to the front. And he's going to take home this win.
We'll go ahead and let these drivers finish up here, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull down the ticker so you guys don't need to see that no more. We're going to show you the results of the winners here tonight as soon as it clicks over here for me. But your biggest mover of the night will be the number 28 of James Carman. He finishes in P number 9, up 14 spots from the night. So congratulations to James Carman for the biggest mover award.
Wow, what a race, Jimmy.
Definitely a race to remember, a one for the books. And we had not only a great turnout, but a great turnout for viewers as well. But here is your results for tonight as Kale Spicer walks away the winner here tonight over Petrie Smetana, and then Kevin West for your top three. Then it's Jeff Byers, Jacob Smetana, Christopher Hamilton, Aaron Smith, Grady Gherkin, James Carmen, Joshua McHaley for your top 10, and Tyler Bramble, Zachary Korn, AJ Stevens, David Pachow, and 14th, Powell Owen, Larry Johnson, Justin Burns, Justin Pearson for your top 18. And then back there in 19th is Gary Freeman, Don Jordan, Seth Andrews, Charles Gettings, Brent Kirby, and Justin Kirby for your 24 car field. And I can say nothing but congratulations and thank you for all the drivers that showed up tonight, as you all put on a fantastic show. And we will get those drivers up here, the top three up in the booth, so we can share our congratulations with them and get their walk down on how tonight went for them.
Yeah, I just jumped over to the race chat real quick and told the top three to get over here in the Discord and get their interviews. Looks like we got one of them there right now. Kale said it'd take him a minute to get in there. I'm sure he probably needs to go walk around and take a couple deep breaths and settle himself down after that kind of performance, and to be able to hold those guys off and drive through them to begin with, and then to hold them off there at the end. What he was one of the favorites coming in here tonight, and he did not disappoint.
We do have the number 3 in the waiting room already, so we're gonna go ahead and pull in Mr. Kevin West in the 01. Kevin, it's Jimmy and Joe up in the booth. You copy, buddy?
Got you, boys.
One heck of a race here tonight. Is nothing but a lot of good battling up front. I tried to cover the majority of the field. The action was so good at the front, it was kind of hard to peel your eyes away. But you walk away here tonight in P number 3. Not quite maybe the win, but I think overall you had a fantastic run. I just wanted to kind of get your side of view on how things went down here tonight, as you were out there for 200 laps.
Man, it was a long one, I tell you. We had a great race. Ran, top 5 all night, except for that one little run-in I had there with the 66. I ran all over him there. I didn't expect them to check up that much, but we made it back up through there. And, man, I was trying to get away from these guys and put some track between me and them and hope they burn their stuff up. But I think I burned my stuff up trying to pull away from them. But great run, man. Proud of what we did here tonight. Yeah.
Well, it's good to
it's
good it's good to have you out there. It's good to that you had a great run, and do you say that you're proud of what you accomplished tonight as kind of a big feat, because you're a lot of people out here that have probably never raced with each other, and with a pretty difficult car out there running on full fuel, using your pit strategy. You guys did have a green flag stop, so it was really impressive and a lot of fun to watch. But I'll turn you over to Joe, as it sounded like he had a couple words that he might want to share with you.
Well, I would say you guys were up front, just put on a show, and I haven't been familiar with you or have raced with you or not, but I'm impressed. I mean, you're proud. I'm impressed. I mean, what a show you put on here. I mean, to run up front like this with some of these guys here in the 87s. And I haven't raced with you in the 87s at all, so what a great performance here tonight, and to be able to come away third here.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I really don't have a lot of experience in the 87s. I mean, I've ran them at Talladega, Daytona mainly, but I had to learn really quick tonight, man. These guys were on it. I mean, almost perfect every lap. So to get the top 3 here, man, that it really means something, I think.
Did you put in a lot of practice for this? It's been out there for quite a while because I wanted guys to get some laps in and get some practice in, and so the show would be better, so to speak. So did you put a lot of practice in here?
We put about 50 laps in during the practice here in the session. I caught the tail end of the practice earlier today. I ran about 15 minutes in there, but probably about 60 to 65 practice laps. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty impressive to be able to still come away with third place here tonight with the limited amount of practice laps there, especially against guys like Cale. Cale's one of the 87 legends, as you may know or might find out. But I'm impressed that you guys were able to stay up front like that and give each other room and race each other hard. I mean, it was a lot of fun to watch up here in the booth.
I mean, it was a lot of fun on the track, man. This was probably the most fun I've ever had on iRacing, possibly. I mean, it was that much fun out there, and I really enjoyed racing these guys.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because that's one of the reasons I want to put this show on and get this out there for guys and drivers like you and alike to kind of bring the best of the best out here and see what you guys got against each other. And it also helps when there's a little bit of money on the line to kind of reward you guys and give it back a little bit. So congrats on the third. Before we let you get out of here, is there anybody you want to thank on that 01?
I want to give you guys a shout out for putting the race on. Appreciate that. Core Racing League, you guys are, just the cream of the crop, really. I mean, professionalism all the way around. CRN on YouTube, you guys are awesome. I'm looking forward to going back and watching the broadcast.
All right, well, we appreciate that. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate third, and maybe we'll see you down the road again.
Oh yeah, don't forget, guys, head on over to TikTok. Check me out on TikTok, Trailer Park Dude.
There you go. Go check them out, everybody.
That's your third place finisher here tonight, the 01 of the Trailer Park Dude. And also his name's Kevin West. So just great job out there, buddy. And we'll talk to him later. So we'll go ahead and see who else we can get a wrangle up here and get in the booth. But we'll go ahead and we'll let Kevin out of here for now. And then we'll go ahead. I do not see our second place finisher. And if you're out there, really appreciate you out there, Petrie Smetana. You did a great job running there in the number 25. I just want to say congratulations here from CRN. We kind of heard from Kevin on how fun it was out there and whatnot. For as far as the paint on your car, probably just want to give your Premier Setups shop a shout out there that I see stapled all over your car. So if you need a setup out there, look up the Premier Setups shop, because there's plenty of shops out there. They do some fantastic work, and one shop might be better for you than another. Not necessarily one shop being better than the other, just one shop might make their setup that suits you better than another shop. That's usually how it works, because a lot of shops will also work with you to rework that setup and get it to work as far as some of the open races that you can participate in out there. But again, congratulations at number 25 for coming in second place. So we didn't forget you. If you do show up, just pop up down in here in the channel. But we're gonna go ahead and contact Kale Spicer, our winner here tonight. Kale, this is Jimmy and Joe in the booth. Do you copy?
That's a Texas size 10-4.
Texas size 10-4. Joe, Kale, yeah, I'm just excited. I know the driving from you tonight, Kale, was nothing but superb. You had your hands full with some of the other top drivers out there, but when you got in that accident or incident late in the race, it was like, can he come back? And I was like, he's got time, but and boy did the 66 come alive, made your way through the field, and you pulled this thing off for a win here tonight. First I want to say congratulations. Two, we want to give you a little bit of time to kind of give your side of the story and how things went out, or went out there for you.
Yeah, that's just racing. Guys driving in a little bit too deep with a run and getting into the back of me, but it all worked out in the end. That last restart, I was not so sure that I was going to be making it back up to the front, but when it came time, I slung my balls over my shoulder, let her eat like an Ethiopian orphan in a buffet line, and we got there.
Well, that's one way to put it, Cal. I mean, like I said, it was some pretty impressive, a pretty impressive run. It was some pretty tight racing up there, kind of battling back and forth between yourself, Petrie Smetana, Kevin West up there, Jeff Byers, Jacob Smetana, and then Aaron Smith for the most part, and then all of a sudden Christopher Hamilton that had troubles in the beginning. He's lurking around trying to take stuff away from you, but you did it. You know, you got that first place finish. You won the grand prize, I guess if you want to call it. But it was awesome to watch. So, again, from CRN, just want to, say congratulations. And also want to give you some time to any shouts that you may have out there.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was an amazing event. These longer races are a lot of fun, so thank you to you guys for putting these on. I definitely appreciate that. I've got a friend of mine who couldn't make it tonight, Greg Wellen. We're usually teammates in this kind of thing, so he's always a great help getting the car around and figuring things out. Yeah, thanks to everybody who showed up to the race. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Greg was out there in the chat giving you a bunch of support and a bunch of shout outs. I've raced against you and Greg quite a bit in the 87s, and once I seen you got signed up for this event, and I knew you'd be definitely a guy to have to contend with, and you did not disappoint at all, being up front most of the night here. And even though you had a little bit of trouble there and got forced to start back in the pack, we were keeping an eye on you to see how long it would take you, or what kind of situation it would be able to get back up to the front there. But you timed it just right. You had to kind of conserve a little bit because there was still quite a bit of time left, and you didn't want to burn your stuff up getting up to the front, but you worked your way up there and you got to the lead, and then you just kind of held them off. I mean, with these longer races, and you guys were up front racing close and hard, like for most of the race. Like, was it? Are you wore out? Are you ready for a break? You need a breath.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was I couldn't believe how tight you guys were running there for the first long green flag run we had there. I mean, that was pretty impressive to begin with. You guys were giving me a lot of room, but like still racing each other pretty hard there. So it was fun to sit up here and watch. And they said last year I was in this event, but it was a blast just being up here in the booth and watching it and watching guys like yourself go out there and put a show on for us. But we'll let you get out of here and celebrate your victory, and I'll be getting in touch with you here as soon as we get everything wrapped up and get that grand prize sent over to you. And thanks for coming, and we'll see you again down the road.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks again for the host.
Yep.
That's your winner here tonight in the number 66, Kale Spicer, with the awesome comeback with a late incident. Had to motor around here, but to walk away the victory here at Charlotte for a 300-mile race. 200 laps around here, Joe. I mean, you can't ask for better racing out there, from some of these drivers that just take the time to practice and put in the time to do what they love, or at least enjoy to come out here and put on a great show. So I want to give a shout out to all the drivers for showing up, all the viewers that kind of showed up, and all the chatters. Again, to the best paint 09 Tal Owen. Thanks, Miss Weeks, for reminding me. Again, to all the sponsors, Skyla, 40 Racewear, AMR Paintworks, and Skyla Sullivan for marketing. So just a good shout out for everybody out there. Again, shout out to Joe Sullivan up here for co-hosting with me tonight. I wouldn't do this without you. Seriously, I don't do these alone. And
Yeah, it would be alone for this one would have been rough. I was almost going to try to get 3 of us up here, but that might have been a little bit too much. But yeah,
it works.
yeah,
It just takes
yeah.
time as you listen to each other and cue. And I think for me and you, I don't think broadcasted very much, maybe once before, but I think everything went pretty swell tonight. And look forward to the next event. So stand by for news, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. CRN goes live multiple times throughout the week, sometimes 3 or 4 times at the exact same time as we cover different leagues throughout the league, out of iRacing. So, but again, Joe, I don't have anything tonight. Do you have anything else to pass on to the fans out there before we let them
just
go?
one last thing for giveaway purposes. Who was our hard charger here tonight? So we can
A hard charger. It was James Carmen. 14,
James Carmen.
Yeah, 14 spots.
James Carmen up 14 spots, so he's going to be your 4D Raceware hard charger of the race, and he's going to get a pair of gloves from them. Thank you to them, and like you said, thank you to our sponsors, Skylar Sullivan, AMR Paintworks, 4D Raceware. Appreciate all them for coming on board for this, and for everybody here at Core Racing Network. Man, if you enjoyed what you've seen here tonight, please share it with somebody. Show somebody, what kind of good racing we have here, and just appreciate everybody watching here tonight and everybody involved in this event. Ready to do it bigger and better next year.
Bigger and better sounds like a plan, but until next time, see you at the track.